Are you a brewhead? I'm a brewhead. Are you a brewhead? I'm a brewhead. Y'all are brewheads? Yeah, we brewheads. So pour a glass of craft beer, we can do this. Yeah.
What's good, y'all? This is C-Certified Brewhead, and welcome to episode 235 of Brewing, the podcast Adjunct series. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going back to the motherland tonight. This is a big treat for me. If you heard the last episode with Royal City, I was yapping on most of the episode about my Australia trip, which I just got back from that week, so now like a week and a half ago. And I went to a brewery that blew my mind, and we connected with the owner and who is joining me tonight. And this is one of those situations. I was thinking about this, you know, like you can't like pay for this experience where you go somewhere with no expectations and then it blows your mind. Like it's different if you know it's going to be good or if you maybe think it's going to be shit and then it's awesome. This was like no expectations, which I think is the ultimate situation. And then it's amazing. Like it was so fire. And my brother and I, very much enjoyed the experience, both the food and the beer. And we're going to talk about both of those at length. We covered it in our Where to Drink Craft Beer in Melbourne vlog, which I'm going to link below on YouTube. Actually, I'll link it on all podcast networks as well, so you can check that out, actually see for yourself what we're talking about. But look, this is awesome. I'm stoked for this. Let's just make this happen. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Please welcome Lachie from 3806 in the building.
Oh, how we going,
There
gang?
he is.
Let's go.
Brought the crowd for you, mate.
Yeah, mate. Man, the boys behind me, we're looking good.
Looking great. Good to see you, bro.
Mate, always good to see you. Yep.
Thank you for taking the time at noon over there. Hanging
No
out.
worries, mate. This is normally a brew day for me, but now I get to drink beers on a Thursday at midday, so it's pretty good.
Let's go. Crushing frothies, finishing early. Let's
Yeah,
go.
it's pretty sick. We love it.
I love it, bro. Really appreciate your time, man. Thank you once again for your hospitality and for having my brother and I over and letting us experience what you guys do. It's exceptional stuff, dude.
It was a pleasure.
Truly.
It was awesome having you guys in there, and we just love to show people what we can do here in a small scale vicinity, but do it well.
Did you ever? God damn it. So it was sick that we were able to do this. I didn't want to like hassle you about it because I know it's a bit of a thing to organize, but you were down. So like, all right, this is money. So I brought back, we have 5 beers we're going to go through.
Hell yeah.
I think one of them's not core, but the rest are. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think, pretty well. Yep, definitely.
Maybe wrong. Maybe the Westie is.
No, I think you're the Westie's not core. But it might be. It's getting a lot of love, so we might jump back to the core. But the other stuff is definitely core.
Definitely core. Beautiful. That's what I want to hear. Yeah. So, where are we starting, brother?
I reckon let's hit the Hazy Pale.
Hazy Pale. Let's go.
Yeah, let's do that. The purple one.
Purple.
Gonna grab it out of my ice bucket here.
Nah, you're good. Purple one.
This guy. This
little gem.
Yeah. Designed by the artist Callum Warren, local artist, absolute legend. We love him.
Did he do the mural on the wall inside it all?
Yeah, he's done literally everything design wise. Yeah, he went to school with Zach, my business partner.
Okay.
And yeah, he's a good friend of ours, and he's just a flat out legend. We love him. He does everything for us.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I love that. That's the best way to go if you're able to work with some people that you've known for a while and
mate, and
trust.
Again, we'll touch on it later, but like all our stuff is local, and we got our locals involved everywhere we can. So
here for it, dude. Now, while I'm just taking the pics and everything, so Hazy Pale Ale, I think this is the beer we started with when we went to the taproom.
It would have been.
I was pretty keen on this one. Tell us about.
It's one of our favorite.
Okay, and this one's a core, yeah?
Yeah, core. Yeah,
core. Beautiful. Tell me about this one, bro.
So this one we wanted to do we did a hop farm tour up in Myrtleford, which is Melbourne, Australia, Victoria. And we got some Eclipse hops in this one. So Eclipse and Nectaron from New Zealand. So it was sort of like Anzac sort of theme. So like Aussies and New Zealand, we always work together. But yeah, that was the drive behind this thing. We wanted to be super fruity, but smashable as well. Like you can have 10 of these and be no dramas. So
absolutely. Cheers, legend. Get that in you.
Cheers, my man. Let's go.
Great to see you.
Drinking at noon on Thursday. We love it.
I guess that's probably nothing that new to a someone in your profession, but maybe this volume.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to get through a bit, so it's exciting.
I'm happy. I appreciate your enthusiasm because
I've got a forklift here, so I can lift me out of the joint if I need to.
That's you're all set. Now this is a banger, brother. This is this goes hard. It's got a phenomenal. One of the things that impressed me the most about all of the beers that I had, and I focused on having the hazes on tap, as many of them as I could, was the body. The body is so fluffy. Like you've done a fantastic job with this.
No, thanks, mate. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
like so you got a lot of malted oats in that. So pretty much, So she's pretty oat heavy. You know, that's up around the 20% mark with the grist, which is pretty high. So, but that's sort of what we wanted. Yeah, and it shows. So it's stoked on it.
Okay, amazing. And you've also got the hop profile from the Eclipse and Nectaron. It's like it's interesting. I want to get into some observations about the styles and stuff that I experienced in Australia, and obviously Pale Ale being the primary one, whether it's XPA or variation, you know, a Westie style or this like a haze. It's expressing really well, but it's also not over the top.
Yeah, well, that's a lot of we want to like. I love hazy beers, and we'll have some later, like thicker ones.
Yes,
but this one is something that we wanted. You're in a boat, you fish yourself in a boat, and you want like 10 of them. You know,
easily.
You got the esky loaded, and just
that's a cooler for the Canadians.
It's a cooler, and you can punish them all day. You know, right? Yeah. With the other guys, you can only have a few.
Yeah.
Before you get full, you know.
Yes, and it's. Did you say before you get full?
Yeah.
Or like full, like of alcohol?
Yeah, both.
Probably a bit of both.
Yeah, pretty light. Like it's only 4.6%.
Yes, 4.6. Okay. Yeah, but it's so interesting because it's not a style that I drink a ton here. Pale.
Yeah, right.
It's probably because of most of the places that I go don't really make them. Like I feel like. At least you would have like you got two on essentially at all time. This one and the like the more American or West Coast style, right?
Yeah.
Would you and the fact you would not see that here. You would not see a hazy pale ale and a like a clear one on the same brewery at the same time.
I know it's crazy.
Shit.
Yeah, and they're probably our two biggest sellers in the tap room. Like, like they're neck and neck. They only fight. Yeah.
I mean, it makes complete sense. It's. I definitely want to get. I mean, maybe we could tap into that very briefly, but the obsession with pale ales in Australia. I might have even asked you, and I've asked a few different people. A few answers that I've gotten, and I'd love to hear your take on it. One of my mates said, he reckons it's because of affordability. Obviously, the price, which is also something else that you've actually told me some stuff. The price point is. A lot lower than
exactly right.
Than
the alcohol content's quite a bit lower, and that does affect the price,
right?
For us, anyway, over here in Australia. Yeah. And
is that for price point on ingredients or on tax side?
Both. But it's definitely more tax. You know, but the ingredients, yes, especially for your hoppier beers, like your IPAs. And my system, like we've got here, like. The volume drops quite significantly when you're up the gravity, when you're up your alcohol content. So you got to be, a little bit mindful.
When you say the volume, is that because you have to put more hops in and therefore T90s are going to soak up more?
Yeah, exactly liquid? Right. A lot of waste, and like the system I've got here, like you can only like to make a beer that's 6.5%. You know, it sort of drops your end volume down like 25% of what I could get out of a hazy pale. Yeah,
and from the hops primarily, would that be the main loss?
Probably just more to get the gravity up higher. You know, that's just like We haven't really got a full fancy brewing system. Ours is pretty manual labor, but I love it.
Hey man, keeps you fit when you
exactly right. I'm shoveling the grain. You know,
I'd say the vast majority of breweries have that's at least that I would have been to or talked to. Like, I know that real large ones have the automated stuff going on.
We're manual. We love it. Analog,
buddy. The Gen Z kids are loving all that, right? They're trying to have our childhoods. These
I know they are, man. They can't even read an analog clock these days. You know, the little hand and the big hand,
right? But they want to wear parachute pants and shit. They're out of control.
It's crazy. It's
It's
crazy.
funny. Our childhood is nostalgia to people now. Like, damn, I
I
would have.
know. Yeah, like when like you can see the big chunky skate shoes coming back. I'm like, that's
Yeah, the dad
wild.
shoes. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's kind
yeah.
of
Give me
it is
some
kind of crazy.
etnies, you know.
Yeah, I love it. But this is fire. So this is a year rounder, right?
Yep,
This
yep. We
particular
run
beer.
this all
Okay.
year round.
So
Yep,
flagship year
yep.
round. So people can. Oh, I started adding this in lately, and I think it's like important because I don't know why I
Mm.
weren't doing it, but talking about where people can get each beer that we're drinking.
Yep,
So
yep,
being this the flagship, I know you've got this in distro as well. So people around
yep,
Melbourne.
yep. They can get it if you're
Yep.
at the terminal number 1 at the Melbourne airport. You'll be able to get this. They've just tapped it. So
Hell
if you're
yeah.
flying out of Melbourne in T1, treat yourself to a hazy pale.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's awesome. That's a good look.
Yeah,
a
it's
really
pretty
good look.
sick. That was a huge grab for us.
Yeah,
Glennie,
man.
our sales rep, managed to get that over the line, and yeah,
Legend.
it's pretty sick when you're flying out and grabbing a beer that's made by yourself.
That is pretty cool. It's got to be trippy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hey, that was a pretty wow moment for me.
Yeah, man. Good on you. Congrats, dude. That's really cool. Very, very cool.
Appreciate it,
And
man.
you
Thank
can
you.
get it. We found that there's a shop who was also gassing you up to us as well called
Sick.
Let's Unwind in Berwick.
Yeah, in Berwick. Yeah, you can get it there. You can get it IGA liquor stores sort of around us. Mates in Morty Alley. Who else would have
Oh,
it?
that's a good one. Do you have
Yeah,
it in that one in
there's-
Mitcham I keep hearing about?
Yeah, APod. Yeah,
Yeah.
I reckon we have that one. It's in
Or
there.
Carwin.
Carwin. Yep, they've got it.
Benchwarmer.
Don't know about them.
No.
Yeah.
Talk to
I'm trying
do you know,
think.
that's my homie. His name is Lachlan too.
Yeah,
he's a-
lucky
I'll-
respect. Let's
I'll
go.
connect the Luckies up. He's a G.
Yeah.
Like that'd be a good look because he loves Haze. So I feel like once he
Man.
gets that in him,
Yeah, get him.
he'd be
Get
loving
him
it.
on board.
Okay, so there's like specialty beers. I don't know if what you call. I guess like what would you call them over there, like Carwin and those type of places.
Yeah, craft beer bottle-o. That's probably what
Just-
you call it here.
Okay, so it's not
Yeah.
like a specialty beer store, as opposed say you went to a drive-through and they've got the bought out brands and Vic Bitter. and stuff.
Yeah.
What
We're in one of those. We're in the local one of those. We're in the local Thirsty
Good.
Camel, if you're
Thirsty
around
Camel.
the area.
Okay, that's good. I think I
Yeah.
did see it at one. There's a
Yeah.
shops in Beaconsfield down the.
Yep,
not
that's
too
where you were
far.
seeing it.
That's the one.
Yep.
Okay,
Thirsty
we went to
Camel.
that.
Yeah.
Okay,
And it's actually in
beautiful.
the pub just across from the central. They've
Okay.
got the Hazy Pale on the side. So,
Fuck yeah. Okay, beautiful.
Yeah.
So it's not the. And do you do e-commerce like online ordering and stuff there?
Yeah, we do. We're probably not shipping international just yet, but we're definitely shipping Australia wide.
Beautiful.
So yeah, we'll work on our international friends.
Hey man, there. It's happening from what I understand. A lot of
Mate,
China and Asia in general apparently are just.
they're just
slurping
loving
it up.
beers.
They're
Good
loving
on
it.
them.
I think
They
it's
deserve
awesome. Well, I agree, and they're willing to pay what it takes. We met a dude, by the way, the day after I met you. My cousin
Yeah.
and I stayed in near Benchwarmer. What's the area? West Melbourne. Before I
Yep,
left
yep,
because it's
yep,
close to the airport. Leaving from barracks, a pain in the
Yep.
dick.
Yeah,
And
bro. I just did that drive the other day. Very good.
Worst day. Yeah, no. It's
Yeah, it's a lot. The
unfun.
Monash Freeway is horrific.
But if you catch and you got to leave so early to like
Oh,
not get
mate.
traffic, but then if you don't get traffic, you're at the airport 4 hours early or something.
Yeah, you got a lot of time to drink beers at
Well,
Terminal
yeah.
1.
Yeah, Terminal 1. Get that Hazy
Let's
Pale.
go. Yeah, local tap house.
Yeah, let's go. Dude, it's fucking awesome. We met this dude at Hop Nation. He was from China. And
Yep.
he had studied in Sydney for a year and he'd moved to Melbourne like 3 or 4 days beforehand. And he
Yeah.
knew about all the brewery. He lived in like Berwick East and he was out there in
No
Footscray.
way.
So it took him like an hour and a half to get. He was by himself, just chilling. We just
Legend.
like my cousin complimented his shoes and then he just hung out with us. We took him to Mr. West afterwards and
Fuck yeah.
he knew all the Aussie brands. He was telling us that they're doing tons of import in China, importing
mad.
of Australian and American and Canadian beers. I think,
Yeah.
and he said all the local stuff is kind of like copies of all of those. He said it's not really that good, but then they do get to drink a lot of fun stuff. So there's just like an appetite for it.
nice. Yeah,
So
yeah. It's exciting times, you know. Yeah.
It is, right? A
Mm.
few breweries have said to me like, "Oh, it's pretty sick that like you off the rip, you got like a palate going straight out. It kind of like takes the
Mm.
pressure off sometimes.
Yeah,
little bit,
exactly.
just
it
like-
does. Yeah.
You know, whether it's a mixed palate or of the one skew or whatever. But
Yeah, if you can get a
Either way.
palate out, it's good going. Yeah.
yeah, I feel like there's a lot of potential there. A lot of something could be worth it. But all that say, okay, so people can get it. The last question on that: can people get it
Yep.
interstate at all?
Yes, there's a New South Wales stockist, our first one last week.
Hell yeah.
I'm just trying to think the name of it now.
That's all right. People can find it,
Yeah,
though, I'm sure.
yeah, it's in New South Wales. Definitely, like we posted about the other week.
Okay, good.
It's that
Is
our first interstate order.
hell yeah, dude. Congrats. That's sick. Look at that. Airport,
Yeah,
interstate.
that's
Fuck.
it. That's
On the
it.
way
We're only
to
small
Asia.
on
Yeah.
these little guys, you know.
Hey man, every step is a win, and in this sort of economy in beer, I don't know. I
Mm,
feel like it's moving forward in that direction. I don't know. I think it's
yeah,
net positive.
exactly
dope.
right. That's how we look at it.
It's the best way, man. But this is sick. So I'm really glad to hear that this particular beer is available everywhere. Like haze of this quality, I think is
Yeah,
the key
thanks,
because you know there's and this is what surprised. I guess we'll get into it because my question now is talking about. I want to get into your story, but I would hazard a guess that you did say before that you're into haze, but I feel like to make
yeah,
it wasn't like this one's cool and the rest were like they were all the ones that I had and they were the ones we
yeah,
have tonight were
yeah,
all fire to the point where I'm like, oh, this guy like one knows what he's doing, but you have to be into the style, like personally, like really
yeah.
passionate to be able to
Definitely.
make it that
Yeah,
well.
I think that's sort of what got me into craft. You know, like we can talk
Speak on
about
it.
what beers
Let's go.
that
How
was. You
did you get
know,
into craft? Yeah.
yeah. Well, to be honest, like I went to a few early Gabs, which is the Great Australian Beer Spectacular, like when I
Yes,
was
sir.
a fair bit younger, and then like right like Stone and Wood and Bolter XBA, so they're like obviously being bought out by the big boys, but like
Yeah, yeah.
they yeah, those sort of style beers really got me heavily involved and just the Bolter XBA, like when it first came out, blew my mind, and I was just like,
It's great.
oh my god, like and then the whole brewery scene sort of popped off, and
When was that? Like 10
yeah,
years ago, maybe?
yeah, I reckon it would have been about 10 years ago
Yeah.
because then like I was an electrician, basically that's my trade,
Nice.
and I went and lived overseas for 18 months, and I was actually working at Universal Studios in Singapore
Sick.
as a stuntman.
What?
Yeah, so I was sort of I was like a professional water skier, boat driver, jet
Okay.
skier in the Water World show. I don't know if you've been to the Universal Studios in
Waterworld.
LA, but they've got a show there. Anyway,
20 years ago, yeah.
yeah, bro. So yeah, I did that for a year and just got back, and I was like, yeah, didn't know what to do with myself really. And
Why'd you leave that
just
job?
to be honest, I don't know. I sort of like it was really good. Like we had such good mates and we had such a good crew, and I loved it. They put us up, and it was best time of my life for sure. But then when I got back, I wanted to build my own electrical business,
Hey, fair, man.
and then I was like, you know what? I just sort of hated being back on the tools. Basically, I was climbing through roofs and it was really hot, and like digging trenches, and like my mates are back in Singapore, doing shows in front of thousands of people.
Like
I'm
40
like,
degrees every day.
yeah, I'm like, there's got to be something else for me, And then luckily, Zach, who's my business partner, he's a ridiculous chef, and he was sort of looking at doing his own restaurant. I said, let's build a brewery. It's in our hometown. We're both from here, been here our whole lives. The family's been here for such a long time, and that's sort of what started. Like Zach was working at this real sick wine bar locally, and they had Sailor's Grave draft. So that's like a
Sick.
brewery out
They're
Ben
awesome.
style. They just sick stuff.
They're so good. Great
And
sours.
I remember, yeah, ripping sours. Yeah, so we drinking a lot of those at Oh My Bar, and we just sort of started talking and like, all right, let's give it a go, And that's sort of right when COVID hit.
Right.
So, and I was sort of dabbling in the home brewing things at the time, trying to make my own Bolter XBA. And then that
Any
sort
good?
of sped things up. Oh, the first couple were pretty shit.
Okay. But you got there.
And we got there,
Okay, good.
After a couple, we sort of like, all right. Well, that's when COVID kicked off, and like Melbourne, especially Victoria, like fully shut its doors. Like you couldn't do anything. We were 5 kilometer radius, couldn't do anything. Like we turned the garage to like a bit of a bootleg pub. Like
Sick.
it was underground. Yeah. But that's
Hell
sort of where it enhanced. Like I was brewing 2 or 3 times a week, where in normal world I wouldn't have had time to do that. So yeah, it sort of sped everything up. And then as we came out of COVID, that was when the real fun started, and we had to try and get a factory, like a space, and like we were pretty set on where it had to be. Like Berwick, this town only has like one sort of industrial area, and it's pretty sought after. So it took a lot of time to get a place. Like we had to look at 3 other factories in the same area, and just laughing at us. I didn't want to put a startup in there, let alone a brewery. Because we had to do so much work to the facility, like cut up the floors, and we pretty much did everything ourselves. We'll get into that, but
Right.
yeah, like it took a lot to get a factory. And finally, after about 2 years of looking, got one, and that was when like, all right. And then the real fun started, like over here, it's pretty full on getting permits and liquor licensing, and like we're a startup, we're both working like pretty well full time, like in other jobs trying to fund it. We didn't have this endless supply of cash. That would be great, but we didn't have that. We had a bit of help from like friends and family, which is really awesome. But we had to really be smart with how we went about it. So it was hard. Like we basically signed a lease on this factory, and then the local council didn't give us an answer for 8 to 9 months. So
as far as
like,
whether you're allowed to open up a brewery,
whether we can actually put a brewery in here. So like we pretty much were just paying full rent for 8 months of a factory that was just sitting here doing nothing. Wow. And like luckily sort of I risked it and ordered our stuff from China, our tanks and our like mill and keg cleaner and that. I ordered that as we signed the lease. I'm like, worst case we can just sell it if it doesn't go to plan.
Or store it until you find another place.
Yeah,
maybe.
exactly. But luckily sort of we got the approval and the tanks actually arrived like the week after. So that was sick. But then like the building side of it, that's when we actually started to build, and it was probably another 12 months. Oh, no, probably 8 months after that, we were actually opening doors. So it was quite extensive. Like I had to cut up all the floor and do all the work pretty much ourselves. Like, I had a lot of help from my mates. All my mates did all the trade work here. I did all the electrical. Zach pretty much filled all the gaps, like did all the painting and working on all the timber. He actually cut his finger off in the process of doing that, which was off. Yeah, pinkie off. When we get him on later, I'll show you. But it was fully off. Yeah.
From what? How?
So basically, all the I'm not sure if you remember, but all like the timber like cladding on the front of the bar and in front of the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's all recycled hardwood timber.
Okay.
And all the tables are recycled from an old roof that was getting pulled down.
Okay.
So we had to run timber through what they call a thicknesser, which is like it runs the level of the timber down by like millimeters, just to get it nice. But that takes a lot of work, and it's these blades that are spinning pretty hectic. And he had the glove on and just went straight in and popped his pinky off. So that was a rough day, he's spent 16 whatever years on using knives in the kitchen, and we'll get him on power tools for a couple of weeks, and he cut his finger off.
Dude, and they couldn't.
Yeah, like it was sawdust. It was done. Like,
it's just totally.
Yeah, it was kaput. Yeah, all done.
Oh, sorry, man. I'm screaming. That's crazy.
Right.
That's fucking insane. That's a first. I've never heard that on the pod before.
Blood, sweat, and tears sort of went into it.
Oh, that could be the episode name. I can write that down.
Yeah, it was pretty gnarly. It was pretty gnarly, man. Like it was that part of it was like like getting it open, and like it was like make or breaks. Like it really had to work. We our first week of trading, we're like, all right, well, if we make no money, we don't have enough to pay the staff. So that's scary. But luckily, it's been super busy from the get-go. We've got great staff, and we're super stoked at how it's ended up as hard as it was.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, that's dude, that's intense. Okay, we'll definitely ask Zach about that when he jumps on.
Yeah,
the bar and the kitchen, like the whole place was just a shell, right? And you had to put everything in.
Everything in.
Everything.
Yeah. So we built the mezzanine, cool room, cut up all the floor for the brewing waste, and then got 2 like trade waste tanks that you got to set up as far as like the water regulators need. Like it was nothing in here. Like we painted everything, redid the toilets. Like it was huge. Like it was huge.
Jesus.
It was a huge job, and we pretty much just did it with us and our mates.
Good on you, man. I mean, look, that's good being a tradie because there's so many, like, that's something that maybe people don't realize. And I always forgot.
Yeah.
It's just tradies everywhere. Like, Melbourne is just fucking trade. Everyone's wearing
exactly
high-vis.
right.
It's
Mate, that's it.
unlike anything you've ever seen before. Like,
Yeah.
if you're living around it, you just be like, yeah, whatever. But like when you don't live there and you're like, what is happening here? It's
everyone's
to the point it's
tradie.
funny. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's handy. Like
yeah,
the amount of stuff we got done that was just our mates. You know, it was pretty crazy.
And it even made it better for you to be a tradie, to therefore you would have even closer friends in the trades who'd
100%.
be willing to help you for the potential of free beer and stuff going forward.
Yeah, there was plenty of that going on.
Yeah,
that was a lot of mates helped and made it so much easier for us.
Good on them.
Yeah, we wouldn't have been able to do it without their friends' help. Really. Yeah.
That's really cool. And look, to also express how well they did, the space is insanely beautiful. Like it's so nice.
Yeah, it came up real good.
It's classy. It's like industrial but classy, and I think it complements the quality of the beer and the food super well.
Yeah,
as well as being really well. It felt well. Even when we went, it was in like a Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday.
Right as like 3 p.m. like when you opened or whatever type thing. So it was like just starting. But even as we left, there was like what I really appreciated about it was as we left and we were walking out, this group of like 6 people walked in. You know when like chicks walk past you, you smell the cologne or perfume.
Yeah,
you're like, I'm like, oh, these are like. I'm looking and I'm like, I always find it interesting when I'm at a brewery and I see people. I'm like, you don't look like the beer person, and I think that's better. In America, they have it's really good. In the States, they have. I have that feeling all the time. I look around, I'm like, yeah, okay, you're a beer nerd, you're an Untapped, you're a white guy with a beer, which it always is. I'm like, then there's like a table of women, and then some are drinking beer, some are drinking like cocktails, something else.
Mate, like that's I think that's us. You know, we got something for everyone, and the food obviously speaks for itself, and that's probably one of the that's why we really leaned into it. Like Zach's got the skill set, and he's got a great team of chefs behind him, and it's pretty cool to have that. And it really complements the beer as well, you know. It's just working. Worked well, and like the cocktails, like the girls that in charge of the cocktails, they would love it. So as long as there's something for everyone, good wines as well, you know. You just got you gotta when someone walks in that door, we can please them no matter what.
I think it's important, and that's the difference. Yeah. Like it's almost people have to treat a brewery like a bar, or it becomes this like pretentious hobby niche thing. Which it shouldn't be, because it's people. I imagine there's people who go to 3806 that are just for the food and don't even really realize that you're
100%. Yeah, and then it's crazy that you get people in and then you get them talking about craft beer. You know, like we have locals now that came in just for the food and had like our lager, like our most basic beer, the Berwick draft, and now they're coming in and like, oh my God, like this Oat Cream IPA is insane, or like this, when's the West Coast coming out, or what sour's coming next? And I'm like, dude, like last year you were punching pints of Berwick draft. That's it, you know. So it's cool. It's cool to watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool.
The other thing I thought you might find interesting, I forgot about this, and maybe you know already, but I was telling the dudes on last week's pod that because the first beer we had was their brand's called Royal City there in Guelph here. And they just had one just called light. You know, like everything here is an American light lager, like Bud and Coors and all that stuff. All the macro. Yeah. If a macro drinker is coming into a craft brewery, they go, "What tastes like? What do you got that tastes like Coors or Molson Canadian or whatever?" So all breweries make their own version, most of like an American light lager, like a cool craft version. And I don't recall this from the last time I was in Melbourne, but the Berwick draft, all different breweries I went to, all DRAUGHT, like Carlton draft. Often the branding is similar colors. And almost everywhere I went had their own version of that, which is a different type of beer, obviously, than an American light lager. But I just found that really interesting that it was the parallels are the same. Like the craft breweries are catering to those consumers on the gateway tip to bring it
exactly
in.
Right. Like, well, that's our it's our gateway beer, basically. You know, get them in. But some people they live for it. They love it. That's fine. You know?
Hey, dude, if they never go beyond it, you're getting them off macro. So
that's fine, and it's it's cheap to make, so I don't mind making it.
Hell yeah.
But there's some old sort of 50-year-old, 60-year-old just delete them, and I don't mind that.
Mate,
They're having a good time.
Hell yeah. Look, that's fine. I think it's just like that, and I think they're probably pretty happy that they're supporting a local business too.
Yeah, they love it, and like it's fun to see that they come in like, oh, it's craft. I don't like craft beer. You got nothing for us. I'm like, yeah, I'll try this, and then they're all like, oh my god, this is unreal.
I like that. I think that's like and that's one type of consumer to convert, because then you've got, like you said, people coming in, and maybe the people who are cocktail or wine drinkers of both genders, but then they'll be like, because everyone always says it's women who are drinking wine and cocktail, but there's enough dudes who do that, and they're like, I'm not really into beer, but then you give them a sour or some haze, because haze tastes like tropical fruit, and people are like,
exactly right, and people love it.
They lose their shit too. So there's multiple ways. I feel like the lager or the draft or whatever is like one method.
Exactly.
Got it all covered across the board, and then if anything else, you're bringing them in for the food, and then you're tripping them out with the options.
They're having kingfish sashimi with an IPA. Like it's works pretty cool.
That's exactly what we had then. The kingfish.
Yeah, man.
Fuck, that was good. Huh? We'll talk about that, dude. It's beyond. Yeah, it's insane. The whole.
We'll hold the food chats to Zachy. He'll food chats. We'll get him in.
I'm ready for it. How do you feel about Nexties? I know you've been talking more.
Yeah, mate. I reckon let's go. What do you want next?
Well, what are we thinking? What do we got?
We could jump.
I'm trying to think how we would go on.
Do you want to stay on the haze craze, or do you want to jump to the West Coast?
We could. I'm trying to think if we did. Maybe we do haze west, because we have 5, and we have 3 haze and 2.
Let's do the Westie.
Westie.
Yeah, let's rock him.
This is a beaut. I had this on the weekend. Absolutely glorious.
Bro. Yeah, no, I was pretty stoked how this guy came out.
Hell yeah, man! And look, this one. You talk about the higher octane beers, 6.4.
Yeah, bro. It's a big guy.
This one have a not optimal yield in the end.
Yeah. She's pretty. Yeah, she's a limited, but
that's okay.
A lot of people loved it, so I reckon I'm probably gonna have to do it again.
Dude, I
love the can too.
The can is sick. What's the deal with the art, like the deer on the front?
Yeah, well, to be honest, I went to America last year. Pretty much all over. We actually started off in Canada. So my mate, he's from here, but he's living in Vancouver at the moment. But he got married to an American girl, so we flew into Vancouver, and then me and my girlfriend, we went down to Seattle, Portland, went to some cracking breweries up there, and just drank a hell of a lot of West Coast because we're on the West Coast. It made sense.
It's the best.
And then bro. So it sort of inspired me around that beer, and when I got back, it was the first thing I got in the tank, and so I was pretty excited to expand on my journey.
Dude, that's awesome. Did you where did you go in the West Coast that inspired you? I'm just curious because I saw that Brewhouse in Portland had their anniversary like last week, and there was so many the beer nerds from over here went over there. I'm like, fuck,
mate, there's heaps there, and Detroit, not Detroit, sorry. Where'd we go? Seattle.
Yeah, Holy Mountain.
They got some. Yeah, Holy Mountain went there. That was awesome. They've got some cracking beers.
Fucking gonna get out there,
mate. It's just
Did you go to Everywhere?
Yes, we did.
Fuck yeah. Great Notion.
Don't think we went there. No.
What else in Portland? Those are the Breakside in Portland.
Yes.
Sick. Yep. So we had Ben, the owner of them, on the pod last January.
No way.
And I just met him over here. He was speaking at a conference we were at, and my friend introduced me. And I was like, dude, like, you want to be on? He's like, yeah. Cheers, legend. Sorry, I'm yapping.
Cheers, man.
Get that.
Hey,
look at that head,
keep yapping.
Look at that.
Hey, let's go, man.
Dude, this is money. We're gonna talk about this beer too, but I didn't realize how dope they are and how like they got like 6 locations. Like they're like dominating out there with. They barely do haze, like it's all Westies. It's really cool.
That's sort of what I found, and I'm like, because we've done a couple, but I never really leaned into it, and I just it blew me away. Like, and everyone was loving it. I was loving them, we drank a lot of West Coast while we were there, and I just got I just sort of saying sort of what hops they were using and what's good for that area, and I'm like, yeah, I got to come back and it sold really well. Like
Good.
we did a limited run of cans, limited run of cans, but they flew out the door, and we had all the kegs were pretty much pre-sold before we kegged it. So
Oh Jesus, that's awesome.
yeah,
Are they
yeah.
are they not very common in Melbourne?
No, they are. I mean, yes and no. You like a lot of breweries, I've got them. I think maybe it was just something different for us, and our sales rep Glennie just
Smashed them out.
motored through it. So
I love it.
I'll be brewing that again, I think, soon. And it's kind of coming into the colder months here, so it's kind of a good time. I like the Westie. Yeah.
What's speaking of the hops you mentioned before, what's tell us about this specific beer? So 6.4.
So we beer it up with Columbus.
Okay.
And then just the classic Centennial, Chinook, Simcoe, and then just
Banger.
late Whirlpool and dry hop. Yeah, we dry hop pretty heavily, so
beautiful.
Not crazy heavily though, not like a hazy, but
no.
It's just to really get that punchy, but just hold that crisp as well. So it's I love it.
I love it, dude. The one thing as well about Westies that I find that's always variable. Sometimes they look like a Pilsner, and then sometimes they kind of like a little haze. So was this the intentional look? Was just to give it a little bit of a cloudiness to it? Yeah,
we're on a little bit of a cloudiness, but like not like you can obviously because we're obviously unfiltered here. So, but yeah, it's sort of landed pretty much where I wanted it. I didn't want it to be dead clear,
right,
but clear enough. So I'm pretty stoked with how it landed. Yeah,
it's fucking awesome, dude. I'm getting so much like marmalade, like really kind of like stewed, like citrus. The bitterness isn't over the top. A little bit of pine.
It's not crazy, but it's enough,
Yeah, it's not like ripping your tongue off and stuff. So it's almost it's like an approachable, newer school Westie using the old school hops.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of our beer style. It's super approachable. I think that's where we are situated. It's not like a super craft area. So I just and we'll do a few more limiteds. Like we're only young. We'll do a few more limiteds, and but for now, like we just want like sort of entry level, get everyone on board, and then go from there.
Gotcha. Smart.
Yeah,
and keep particularly like the flagships. How many flagships do you have?
What do we got over there? It's probably 4 or 5.
4 or 5. Okay.
Yeah.
So consistent. I find that they seem to be like sometimes over here there might be 1, 2, something like that. But I find it in Australia it seemed like there was a bunch.
Yeah.
And I wonder if that's because there's a lot more. I feel like there's more focus on distro there compared to here. In I think it's a great thing, meaning that people, and it could be. And tell me what you think of this. I would hazard a guess that it's because of the way people drink, and that was what you said earlier about the kind of volume. And I think Aussies do like volume, hence like middies being a thing, and which is like the mid-strength 3.5-ish%.
Yep, that's our biggest
for people who don't know
in Australia. Yeah,
that's the biggest, is it? Okay.
Yep.
So like if you go to a footy, and I thought about this afterwards. I was like, because I don't know, that's not a style I would drink really ever.
No,
I've got no beef with it.
No,
but
I'm with you.
If you go the footy and people are out of control, well, you get in. They might have 15 beers, and at 3.5%, they'll be all right. But if you give them a 5, 6, 7%, there's going to be some trouble.
Exactly
so,
right.
I kind of get it.
Yeah, I'm like, that's exactly right. You get 5 of these. It's pretty wild.
Yeah. I feel did the
I have to pause there. I just lost my AirPods.
Oh, no worries. Do you want to pause for a sec and fix it?
Yeah, easy.
Yeah, all right. We'll be right back. And we are back. AirPods back in action. Welcome back. What I was saying was I do like all of that to say. I think it's cool because Aussies seem to, because of the volume of beer, they sort of maybe the consumers might be a little less like the typical, say, haze or hype beer consumer, where you typically really want one of anything. So people are buying more. And because of that distro, wherever they go, maybe there's definitely a bottle shop or bottler culture.
Yeah. Yeah.
compared to here. It still is here, but there's something about the Aussie one that feels hyper specific, and the way that people kind of consume beer. So it does make more sense for a brewery to have a 3, 4, 5, 6 offerings at a given store that they can get used to, you know, your different stuff that maybe they'll be on the pale ale for a while. Then they're like, oh, you got this one-off Westie. What's up with this? I love these guys. Oh, and you know, keep trying stuff.
That's exactly right. You know, you got your core range that have like, you know, a bit of range in styles, and then you launch your limiteds, and then it sort of promotes the selling of your other beers as well. So like a lot of bottle shops, when we release a limited, they'll take, you know, a case of all of our beers, you know, which is cool. So it helps.
Yeah, okay, I love that. That's dope. And this Westie, sorry, I didn't ask earlier. I know you said that it was. Are we at the tail end of this beer right now, or is it still available? Because this is coming out next week. So
tail end. Very tail. I'm looking at the last 2 4-packs in the takeaway fridge.
Okay, so then,
but it's only new. Like it's not that old. Like I think it's not that old. I canned that in like
20th of January,
6 weeks ago. Yeah, 7 weeks ago.
So it's not too bad. So then, if people want it, it's still on tap a few places. You're saying as well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so but we will be bringing it back. So don't stress. I will be doing that probably in the next few weeks. So
beautiful. So then the next like month or so. Okay, beautiful.
Yeah, I'll be in one of these guys behind me.
Hell yeah, let's fucking go. I love it. I think this is a really dope like addition to like the lineup, and the way that like it feels like now with and as we sort of have more tonight, I feel like it'll align even more with like your approach to beer. This makes sense in the lineup of the stuff that you offer.
Yeah.
And with that, when you guys opened, what was your intention for like what you were trying to do at the brewery? Like, did you were like, oh man, I love this style, I want to do more? Because it feels like you're really covering all bases. So that would be my guess. But did you have like an intention?
I think around those like sessionable hazy beers was sort of not super hazy either, like, you know, Pacific Ale sort of. I just like a fruitier sessionable beer, you know. That's what I like.
Okay.
But don't get me wrong, I still like all types of beers, you know. I love dark beers. Yeah, I love dark beers. All sorts. And then you want to, once people sort of started coming in and when we open the doors, you sort of want to find out what the customer wants as well, and offer something that they like, you know. So I just wanted to make sure there was, like I said before, you got to have something for everyone when they come in the door. And I feel like we've landed at a place where we have that. And if you want to come in for like an amber ale, there is one, or like a sour, or a stout, you know. You got to have something for everyone. That was sort of how we shifted. Yeah.
Gotcha. I love that.
Yeah.
And that's it. Yeah, I started when we came in on that amber ale, which is a super underrated style, I think.
Yeah,
They slap. Are they?
Yeah, I know.
How does it go there? Like, is it popular?
Like the taproom, it's not a super fast mover. Like, still pumps along, but like we got a lot of venues that are interested in it. Like we sell a lot of wholesale amber ale, of amber ale, especially kegs. Venues love it.
Really? Eh?
Yeah. I think it's just something like something a bit different.
Like, is there like a demographic? I know it's like a generic question, like, and it's hard to sort of answer, but like over here, it's typically like you mentioned, the 50, 60-year-olds is those kind of dudes who like that. When I don't know about you, when I first got into beer, like properly, like 2011. My first favorite style was an amber ale because it was a graduation from the macro and European lagers.
Exactly right. You're doing something different, and it's like,
but it's not too
malty. No, like it's malt driven. You know, it's not a super hoppy beer. You know, caramel notes. Just the malt side of it was dope, and that was the same. I think I remember having, you know, an amber ale when I was much younger, and it was classic. That's why I think I think there's always room for an amber ale. You know, a lot of breweries don't do them, so
no, that's why
we can be put the point of difference. You know, you don't have to go crazy on it, but you know, it pumps along for us.
Good. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Over here, it's definitely the older dudes who are sort of hanging on to that. I think that.
Like, I think. Yeah.
Just keen on it. But it was really nice to see. Every time I see one, I try to grab it just because it's I don't know, just it's fun. It's just like a different different way
it's
to
a good
start.
time.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
great time.
Yeah.
When you opened, how many beers did you kick off with?
I think it was 4. I think we only had 4.
Okay.
Yeah, because I obviously had to brew them before we opened,
Yeah.
which was obviously a bit of a price. Like, it was like they'd pay, obviously they paid for the materials and whatnot. They were, so we couldn't go too hard. Like, I had to brew enough to be open.
Mm-hmm.
So I think from memory it was like an IPA, just like an IPA, a lager, a pale ale. I think we did like an East Coast IPA as well. Yeah.
Okay.
And then we got a lot of guest taps on for a while and let me catch up once we got going. And yeah, that was it.
You got it cruising. Were you
Yeah.
packaging in cans from the beginning?
Definitely not. We didn't start
Okay.
doing that probably 12 months in, I reckon. Yeah, it would have been
Okay.
12 months.
Was
Yeah.
that so you could have some time to dial everything in before shipping it out to?
Pretty well. Like, obviously, it was such a change of life for me. Like, I've gone from being a tradie, like a tradesperson,
Yeah.
to running a full-blown hospitality venue. And I was still very much in the bar as well. I was working, every weekend, plus here at 5 a.m. in the morning, brewing beers.
Jesus.
Yeah, the first few, like, it was crazy, actually. I don't know how I did it. It was crazy. Like, Zach's the same. Like Zach, he's got a huge crew under him now. But when we started, it was just him, pretty well, and one other. So it was, we didn't really have time to think about like that just yet. Like, it was almost like live week by week, like, just, oh my God, like, and like it was busy, like it was super busy. Like, we just went
off rip.
We went off rip. Like, we were,
Fuck yeah.
Straight off the bat, we were doing like 200, 300 people. I'm only, it's a 100-seater venue on Friday, Saturdays, and like lines out the door, people ringing and booking. Like, it was like hectic, but managing that was also hectic, like, we managed it. Like, it was just hard. It was like, I was way out of my comfort zone.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. And like new to, commercial brewing pretty well, it was wild. It was wild looking back. It was, I'm super proud of how it's turned out. And it was definitely, it was crazy at the start. Very crazy.
I'm even just sort of, as you're saying that, thinking about, like, how did you figure out how to use the system then if you hadn't brewed commercial?
Mate, that's it. Like, I bought the brew house, not the tank, but the brew house off a guy not far from here in Dandenong.
Okay.
Bojack. Shout out to those guys. Legends. Yeah.
3175. Let's go.
That's it. Let's go, baby. So yeah, I went and brewed with him for a bit, and then pretty much, just a lot of Googling, like just figuring out. I had to wire it all myself, had to do all the cooling system. Because we didn't have money, like, to get people to help us. Like, I was just like, figure it all out. And it all turned out no dramas. So,
wow.
But it was scary. It was definitely scary at times. Like, because I was working, as an electrician pretty much up until 3 weeks, after we opened. Like, I took a week off my actual full-time job to brew beers here. So we had it for opening, but I was, still working. So it was, it was pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. And then figuring that out, it's got to be intense. I guess you had the technical skill to know what to do. So it's more just like, how do I do it for this?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I had a good base. Like, I knew what I was doing. Like, I've been brewing by that stage for a good chunk of time. So I knew what to expect. And I did a few like online courses, and it was good. It was good. I got a lot of good knowledge earlier on, so I sort of knew what to do, but it was still like scaling up. It's always daunting, especially when a bit of money in material to get it off the ground, so you don't really want to stuff it up straight away.
Totally.
It was crazy. We got there.
Yeah. That's the thing, because you don't want to dump anything, and the grain isn't cheap, and the hops aren't cheap, and yeast isn't cheap if you like, you kind of gotta go. Okay, amazing. So, at what date did you open, by the way? It was 20
October 22. Yeah.
22. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
When things were mostly more chill as far as COVID stuff.
Yeah, we sort of just we're just coming out of that.
Kind of at the end
Yeah,
of it.
it's kind,
Yeah,
we can't. Yeah, we timed it well as far as that sense. Yeah,
that's good.
yeah,
So you were telling me off air and when we met that you are from Berwick. So Berwick, people don't know, in Melbourne, it's southeast of Melbourne,
southeast. Yep,
like maybe an hour from the city. Is that fair?
probably not even. Like you get a good run. I mean, traffic's from bitch, but
Kind of
like if
wild.
you get a good run, it's 40 minutes. Like it's probably 40 minutes, 45 minutes.
Okay, if you go
From
all the way
CBD.
and you take
Yeah,
the toll, what's it called? City Link.
Yeah, City Link out in the
Yeah,
Monash.
yeah, toll.
Monash car park. It's normally
So
called, but yeah.
yeah, I have sure. Well, Toronto is the third worst traffic in the world. So
Oh
everywhere,
yeah, let's go.
the only worst is London, England, and there's one more place I forget, like somewhere in Asia, I think, like Tokyo or
Yeah,
something.
China or something. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I
China,
think
something like that. So I'm
Yeah,
like, you know
yeah,
what? Anything else is like, okay, it's bad, but it wasn't what I'm used to. Trying to sometimes
yeah,
take me through. I'm in a short run, about 56 minutes, if or 52 minutes
yeah.
from downtown Toronto straight here. But
Nice.
one time it took me just under 3 hours to get there. So it's
That's a
yeah,
long time.
it's
Yeah.
a kill yourself level shit. It's not fun.
Yeah, that's gnarly. Not
So
gnarly.
it's definitely not great there though. Melbourne definitely was a lot of traffic.
Yeah, yeah.
All that to say, when we grew up, Berwick was not a place that was a ton going on. It was kind of more. This is kind of what you were telling me. It sounds like it was more farmland for a bit
Yeah, it
until
was like, yeah. So Berwick's been around for a while, like the town itself. I think it dates back to the 18. The pub was built in the 1870s, I think.
wow.
We're home of the Australia's first ever gold medalist in the Olympics, Edwin Flack.
All
So
right,
that's cool. Some cool stats.
that's cool.
Yeah, but my great grandfather brought out here in the 40s and started up a dairy farm where my grandpa ran that. And yeah, that's a while ago. And then my old man we've shifted to beef now, but beef cattle at the back of Berry. You know, we've got 350 head of cattle. But, you know, obviously it's, yeah, the suburban loops made its way out this way and it's one of the most densely populated areas in Melbourne, and it's
Really?
the population growth out in the city of Casey, which is what it is a lot. So a lot of people are coming out here, and yeah, we've been here for a long time. And Zach, he's been like same. His family's been here forever, and we actually went to like a primary school, 10 minutes from where the brewery is, and it had like 160 kids. So it was really cool. And then we went off, yeah, and just local kids. Mucked out, rode our bikes around here when we, 10 to 15 or whatever. And, we were inseparable growing up. And then he went off to do his chefing, and I went off to become an electrician, slash stuntman for a bit. And then, yeah, so it was, yeah, Berwick's, yeah, it's in a funny spot, yeah, it's got a great sense of community around here, and like all the clubs, the football clubs, and netball, all. It's a good spot. Everyone sort of knows everyone. It's a pretty tight knit community. You
Right.
can't get away with much. So, but it's really cool, and like the hospitality scene here also in Berwick's unreal. We're really tight with all the other restaurants and venues around.
Dope.
Which is awesome. So like it's a really cool community, and they're real supportive. Like everyone in Berwick's super supportive. We've got some great locals that come in, and yeah, like the other restaurants as well. Like they get our beers, and we do like collab beers with them, and it's yeah, like that's the postcode. 3806 is the postcode of Berwick. So we really focus on local. That's our thing. We're built for the locals. Yeah.
Oh, I like that. Built for Locals is a good name too.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
dropping all the gems.
Yeah.
I love. I'm gonna write them down because I'll forget later. So no, I love it. And all that to say earlier was that like when I grew up, and where I grew up, it wasn't that far from Berwick, but we looked at
Not far.
Berwick, Narre Warren, all that as like, oh, you live out there? That's a fucking state.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, there wasn't really anything to go, less like you knew someone that lived there, aside from Fountain
Yeah.
Gate, which is a mall in Narre Warren. Aside from
It
that,
is.
like there really wasn't many. Because remember when Krispy Kreme opened up? there.
Oh,
It was
it's
the
huge.
first one in Australia, and it was like a
Yeah.
2-hour line. Like,
Remember the lines? It was great. I was in that line
dog.
once.
Yeah, I think I did too. You got to, right? You got to get them hot.
I
fucking
might
donuts.
have been standing behind you. I didn't even know.
Yeah, you never know. Just in the old vehicles, just waiting, burning petrol.
That's it.
Which is wild. But it was all that to say, it's very cool to see. So my parents moved out that way after I moved to Canada. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like I was aware that my other friends, a lot of other friends, had kind of built out there and all that, because there's a lot of opportunity to get a reasonable price house. And now, as you said,
exactly,
it's become quite popular, and it just keeps going out. Whereas like Toronto here, things move out, but a lot of the time it goes up. Like lots of condos and apartments, whereas Melbourne doesn't seem to do that as much. It's just housing estates and going out.
A lot of housing, huge housing.
And estates, which isn't a thing here either. Like I had to explain it. My girlfriend's she's Canadian. She's been to Melbourne twice and will be back in a couple of months. But she understands now. She's seen where mum lives in different places. Oh, okay, that's what it is, because they don't have it like that here, really, unless it's like the States where it's like a private, what do they call it, a gated community where there's like security guard and shit, you know. All that to say, finding you and the other business that I want to shout out was Bermuda Coffee Studio, literally basically across the street from you, which
had a coffee there this morning.
Hell yeah. Shout out to, I think his name's Ben. Is Ben the owner?
Yeah, he's such a legend.
Yeah, such a champion. They would talk to us every day, remembered us, gave us suggestions, and always like,
look out for it. We're gonna do a coffee stout again.
Do it, bro.
Yeah, we will. Locals, that's what we do.
Fuck yeah, dude. I love it. I brought some of their beans back. It's sick because I got 3806 beers and Bermuda Coffee Studio upstairs. So
which beans did you get?
I grabbed Black Forest.
Yeah,
and I got
just had them at home.
You had that? Hell yeah! Like I'm excited to make that. And the Gucci, I believe it's called. The I got 2 packs. The single
caramel,
not the caramel, is a fruity one. Because
the fruity one. Yeah, right.
What's the origin? I can't remember exactly where it was from, but every time we went, because we went literally every day. Once I found them, I was like, oh, I didn't need to go anywhere else. This is, and that's why I drove past you every single day. And it was like, yeah, I'll get there. Like, by the time, and then I was telling you when I was there, I was pretty mad that I went there the last possible day. The next day I was.
But you're coming back though, so that's okay.
I'm back. Yeah, I'll tell you off air, but not end of June. So it's
that's all right, easy. I'll have some beers ready for you,
mate. I'm fucking ready. I can tell the missus. I'm like, we have to. I go, you didn't even understand what we're dealing with here. It's so good. So all that
we'll sort you guys out,
mate. I can't wait to get back. To have you. And to have something like coffee and beer, my 2 favorite things. So to have a cafe that's as good as anything you find in the city in Melbourne, and obviously that's the best coffee in the world. And like, doesn't matter what anybody says, there's nothing comes close. Like, it's
I know what you mean.
Out of control. It's such a treat. And then to have you guys there doing beer at the level that you're doing, which is, and this is why I was extra happy to do this pod, man, because I think people need to know like how good this shit is. And then the food program as well, which is extra encouraging people to come in. Like, I don't know if I can only think of a couple of other breweries where my mind is blown at the food, because typically breweries are associated with, pretty just casual food in Australia.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
It's great. Burger, parma, fries, chicken wings, stuff like that. Pizza. I am not mad at a wood fire pizza or some chicken wings and burgers. Hell no. But then and once again we'll hold the food but just want to really point out that having something that good, that like it would absolutely dominate if it was in the CBD or in Fitzroy or Collingwood.
It's sort of like we wanted to give people a Berwick, because like you said, you're an hour in traffic, you're over an hour in the city. You want to give them a bit of a city experience close to home, and that's like Zach's got that skill set, and he's worked in some of the craziest restaurants in Melbourne, and that's what it was. That's what we wanted. We wanted to make somewhere that, it's some like crazy city quality, but in your backyard.
I love it so much. Like, being that I felt with being there without a car, I'm not used to that, right? I either lived in the city, even in Melbourne, I lived in the city, in Toronto, in Montreal, I lived in the city. Here is a smaller city, and I have a car, and I could get around without it, I guess, but it would be annoying. Whereas like being in Berwick, I'm like, okay, you need a car to kind of get around. I did not have that. and it is a pain in the ass to go to a bunch of other places sometimes. So to know,
Yeah.
that's what I felt good about. I was like, well, every day
Yeah.
it was like 5 to 7 minute drive from where you guys are to my mom's place,
Yeah.
and
Perfect.
I'm like, it's so easy to get the coffee, and then
Yeah.
popping down to the brewery for like a city level beer and food experience, and you don't even have to have the
Yeah.
beer; you have the cocktails and the wine, as you
Exactly
mentioned.
right. Yeah.
It's I don't know. I was beyond impressed, like beyond impressed. It was so far outweighed any expectations I ever would have had for Berwick.
Yeah.
What
Thank
just
you.
because it's
Appreciate
just
it.
yeah, and I think that's a beautiful thing, man. Bringing that city, like you just said, bringing the city experience closer to home for people.
Yeah.
And
Well,
if,
you know, yeah.
go.
No, it's just like it's super approachable. And there's some other venues like it's sort of like you can come here for dinner, or you can go up there. Like there's a really sick cocktail bar called Circa, which is not far. You know, you can sort of
Is that the main street?
you can make it. Yeah, the main street. So you can sort of make it a night. You know, and
Yeah.
we're pretty lucky.
Hop
Berwick's like a
around.
hub, and that's why we're working with the other restaurants and bars and like it's it's pretty cool. We've got a bit of a hospo hub happening, which is that's pretty awesome. We've got a bakery just about to open next door, which is going to be
Oh, really?
unreal. Dangerous for my waistline, but good, good, good for
Good for
yeah.
business.
They're killing it. Yeah, they're legends. So yeah, it's
Oh, that's
exciting.
sick. One thing you said earlier that was interesting to me was it was difficult to get an industrial place because it's highly sought after. And driving down Enterprise Drive, I believe is called, right? The main strip there.
Yep. Enterprise Avenue. That's it.
Avenue. Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right.
There was so many different places. So like here, I mean, there was the stuff there that's like, oh yeah, fucking car window tinting and like shit like that. Like,
Yeah.
they have that here, obviously, but it's like all of that stuff and then a brewery typically.
Exactly. Yeah.
Sometimes there's other stuff, but for the most part, that's what it is. But there, I felt like maybe you can speak to it more. There's like look like an incredible. Oh, there's a sick butcher across the street you get some of your because we saw one of the chefs.
All that stuff comes over there. Yep. Yeah.
Literally across the street. I remember this. I saw like an Indian grocery store. Speak to us about like how
gyms,
the culture
everything.
of that. Yeah. What's the deal? Is it just like an industrial area? Is it just like
It's been. I mean, I'm probably like the craft beer boom as well. Like and there's a few like sort of bakeries as well, not around here, but all this one's opening next door. But it's sort of you're turning in like an industrial zoned area into sort of a retail space as well. It's becoming a bit more common now, which is pretty cool.
Right.
And I think there's a lot more approvals that are like coming past Berwick, where I think this area is going to be developed even more into that sort of zone, whereas not so much industrial, but more commercial retail. So,
right. And
it's kind of cool.
People are aware. I guess I love all of that. So then, therefore, people are aware that these areas that exist everywhere in like the Western kind of worlds, is anywhere in the States, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, whatever. These industrial estates are sort of known for more than just getting something, furniture stores or auto places or whatever. Like they really are known for. And it's
like gyms as well. Like we've got heaps of gyms down here. My mate's got a gym down here. Like it's sort of like a lifestyle hub as well, which is it's crazy. And 10 or 15 years ago, like nothing would have been anywhere near it.
Right. It's just like slowly built up and
like it's crazy. Yeah, it's just now, and who knows what this joint looks like in 10 years, like it's hopefully there's like a distillery or something too, like
that would be pretty good.
Everyone's it's not a competition. I think it's more of bringing more people to the area just by being around with it.
Yeah, it's like that in Melbourne, right? Where like over here, if you got a bunch of breweries in one area, it's one of the only times it's a good thing.
Yeah, and I think that's the same here. Like we've got a lot of nice restaurants and bars and whatnot in Berwick. It's a good thing, It brings people to Berwick, and like you said, you can have a night out and go to different spots, and it's like it's a hub away from the city,
right? That allows you to have like that wide ranging experience from fire, coffee, cocktails, beer, food, wine. You're not even too
Yeah.
far from Yarra Valley, really. Like all things
Nah,
considered.
not too far. Exactly. Yeah.
And okay, I know, I love it, man. I just find it so impressive. Say in Toronto, I don't live in
Yes.
Toronto. I'm in Hamilton, but in Toronto, just for example,
Yeah.
like it's
Yeah.
there's some stuff out in the suburbs, but it's few and far between. It's typically like
Yeah.
in cities like here, or
Yep.
fucking straight middle of nowhere, or like
Mm.
in the downtown kind of core
Yeah.
for the most part. So it's like seeing it in an area like that, and particularly not even just like any old brewery or any old cafe. Like it's just like the sheer quality of it was just.
Mm.
I know it's like it's really cool because I don't remember growing up with. I guess I had no fucking taste back then, but you know,
Yeah.
maybe if there was a Firecraft brewery when I was 18 in
Oh, mate,
Listed
I wish
Field
there
or
was one
something,
here. I know, it would be
Yeah.
unreal. But
would have been sick.
well, that's why we built it. We wanted to build a place where we like,
Yeah.
that has great food and great service too. You know, we've got awesome staff.
Oh, the stuff was so sweet.
Insane.
Yeah.
So like, we're so lucky to have that. And they love being here, and they want to, it's not just me and Zach. It's them too. They're the face of the business. Really, they're the ones pouring the beers, and it's awesome. Yeah, we're super proud of the team that we've got here at the moment. So it sounds, it's really cool.
Beautiful, man. I love it. Next one. Should we go next one?
Yeah, let's go, bro. We're gonna go back on the haze. I
Back
think we
on the
do
What do you
Hazy
reckon?
IPA.
Hazy. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, and I reckon we'll get Zachy in for the next one. We'll get him for the pale ale. He likes
Get him in the pale. He likes the pale. I love that.
Yeah,
We'll
that's
hold
the
the
pale.
food talk off until.
Hold the food chat for the pale.
Oh, this is 6-1.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
this is another one of our sort of sick design cans as well. So
yes. Yeah, very
sort
cool.
of play off. This is the original, and then the Hazy Pale was like a night version of this can. It's pretty cool.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, let's see. Let's go.
Look at that, mate. Fucking hang on, wait.
Yeah, right.
That's wicked.
That's all right. Yeah, Cal Warren Art.
Shout out Carl.
Get around
What's his
him.
name?
Cal Warren
Oh,
Art.
Cal.
Yeah.
Get around him. Love that.
Get
Love
around him.
Fucking
Get around
him.
him. He's following Instagram. He does some pretty cool stuff. We love Cal.
Fucking
Hope
Cal,
he
what
listens
a
to this
mad dog.
podcast. Cal, I love you.
We'll make sure we send it to Uncle Cal. Get
Yeah,
around.
yeah, man. Hey, get around him.
Get around him. That's the one thing I was like, the Aussie slang, everything is so unserious.
Yeah, I mean,
Like-
that's us in general. I think.
Yeah. It's just it's like when you grow up and you're just around it all the time, it's like cheers, legend.
Cheers, bro. Get that on you.
Mate. Oh, she's a beaut.
Yeah.
It's just funny to hear it. It's just like it's a little disarming almost. You're like, oh, like hearing politicians say,
Yeah.
"No, he's an all right bloke. He goes all right," or something. I'm like, all right, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. It's
wow.
It's very funny. Like I had this. Yeah, okay, I had this at the brewery. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Hazy IPA,
Um,
it's one of our go-tos.
Now, what's the hops in this bad boy?
All right, so this is just like classic hazy hops. Just your Amarillo, Mosaic, Xtra.
Look at that.
Just a classic flavor
P&W.
combination. Yeah.
It's great. Nice. The mouthfeel is definitely so. It's
Yeah.
interesting having this like close. I guess I did it at the brewery too, but
Yeah.
not too far behind the Hazy Pale. So would you
Mm.
consider it like a ramped up version of the Hazy Pale?
Pretty
or is
much,
it-
yeah. Like we throw it's a bit more, fuller mouthfeel because we've got a fair bit of rolled oats in there, not
Oh, yeah.
malted oats. So
Yep.
you're getting a bit of that,
Okay.
and you get that again with the oat cream as well. But that sort of rounds it off a bit. So she's a bit more full bodied. Still it's full flavored, but it's double dry hop with it's loaded up with hops. So that's always a good time.
Always
And
a good time.
yeah. It's our first real IPA that we got going and got a lot of love. So we just kept the ball rolling.
I love that.
Yeah.
This one, the response. So this was pretty early on. You've been doing this.
Yeah, this
Like
is
this?
probably this would be probably our first IPA that we really jumped on.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the response immediately was, I feel like
Yeah, we got a
Aussies
lot of
love
love.
the haze. It really feels like
They do. They
people are
do.
about
They
it.
definitely do. Everyone, especially like you go to a brewery and I'm like, oh, I want a hazy, So it's and you get a lot of guys that love a heavier beer too. That they come in and just smash a few pints. So that's always fun to see how they end up, but it's good.
I fucking love it. No, this is great, man. It's super fluffy, very
Appreciate
tropical.
it, man.
Like
Yeah.
a little bit of that sort of citrus thing going on, but mostly like
Ooh.
tropical forward. Mouthfeel is fantastic. Again, definitely something you've got a great control over. Like the mouthfeel on all of these beers has been exceptional.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you. I'm
Yeah,
trying to put time and effort in.
No, dude, it's awesome. It's just once again, this was saying in the intro, like I had zero expectations because I just didn't know. Aside from the homeboy at Let's Unwind, who was like, yeah, place is great. Because we were saying, oh, he's like, oh, how long you guys got here? And we're like, when we came and saw him, it must have been like we had a week. I had a week left or something. He's like, oh, okay, yeah. Well, where else you go? You definitely should get down. He mentioned a couple places, and obviously you guys, and he brought up both the beer and the food. So I was like, okay, all right. I didn't know this guy, so I don't know what he's into. So I was like, okay, cool. Well, he had a well curated store, and your stuff. I felt that their stuff was what they had was like the things that I had in the past and things I was proactively looking for. So I was like, okay, the curation is pretty good. So there was no other local stuff in there that was, when I say local, like to the general area, it was like Sydney stuff or, they had the Mill and Banks and things like that, Range and One Drop and all that type and shit like that. So I was like, okay, they know what's up. Based on and he was gas. So I was like, okay. But still, I didn't know. And then coming up, it's like, oh, this is like, it makes me annoyed that no one had told me about it beforehand. Like, why didn't someone gas this up to me? What the fuck? What's going on?
It's all right. We're just flying under the radar. We're just doing our thing.
And this is what I hope to contribute to more people knowing about what it is you're doing, because it's so good, man. Like, and that like that's what I was saying earlier about you've got to be a massive IPA fan to be able to nail the body like if you didn't really care about it, you could do these pedestrian haze where it's like kind of opaque and something. You gotta
if you're gonna lean into it, you gotta really lean into it. And I'm stoked with how they've come out and proud of them. Yeah,
it's great. One of the other questions I wanted to ask you, and this is something I noticed in Australia. So the bottom of the can, I always joke that I'm a date code princess. So I usually like haze.
Let's go.
I like fresh haze.
Fresh.
I find
fresh is best, baby.
Fresh is best.
Yeah.
So in Australia, your one actually has package date and then best before. I've had other ones that just have a best before, and it typically shows the best before as being 1 year from the package date.
Yeah.
And sometimes like this is appreciated because I want to know when it was canned. So this is in 26th of November. And the best before. So I wanted to ask sort of what the deal with the two-part question, what the deal with the best before date is, because they don't do that here. They just do the package date, if anything.
Yeah.
And then secondly, do you have a personal preference, whether it's for you as a drinker or you as a brewer, as to the optimal top end of the age of a hazy beer specifically? So not anything else, specifically haze, because they do typically have a shorter lifespan. What are your general thoughts on those two things?
Like we just put 12 months on there just because we haven't really run into that problem yet of our beers being older than 12 months. But you just put that on there because I want the beers to be consumed in that 12 months. Is why we do that. Would it be fine after the 12 months? Maybe, but I don't want that. Just drink it fresh. It's designed to be drank quickly. I think with hazies though, like I definitely think a bit of maturing time in the can doesn't hurt. Whether it be a couple of weeks, maybe two weeks in, I reckon is probably a premium time for me.
Okay.
Yeah, let it settle a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about the top end? Like, how long does it last at that sort of until it really starts to kind of drop? Well, until it hits its complete peak and then starts to drop, I guess.
I reckon you got like 2 months. You want to have it in the first 2 months.
First 2 months, okay.
Yeah, so that's what I mean.
This is actually tasting. I wouldn't have. Well, this is fine. This is like 3 and change. 3.5.
Yeah. So I mean, 2 to 3. That's pretty good.
Like is this any less punchy to you than what you would want it to be at as the brewer.
No, that's actually tasting really well. So
Ooh.
that's
I mean,
that's
and look how murky that is though. Like that's pretty
yeah,
crazy
it's
murky.
holding its haze. So I'm like,
not
can
mad
stock.
at it.
Yeah, can stock can always lose haze pretty easily, but I'm
Right.
pretty stoked on how that's holding up. So
Good. Okay.
it's tasting really good. I'm a little bit drunk now, so it's good.
Got well, 3 in. Still 2 more
Let's
to
go.
go.
Yeah.
What is it, like 1:30? Like you're good,
Yeah, no, we're cruising, mate. No
We
worries
should
at
talk
all.
to Chef. We met Chef Bree.
Yeah,
which we're gonna
she's
talk to
there.
after.
She's over there.
She's awesome. She was so cool.
Yeah, dude.
And
yeah,
like,
no, we're stoked on Breeza. She's such an important part of
G.
this team, and just a happy soul to have around the place. Always brightens up
I can
anyone's
see that.
day. Yeah, she just comes in with a big smile on her face every day. It's awesome. She's a true legend of the team.
Love that. I love that. And both
Yeah.
you and her, in natural speech said grouse. I was like,
Yeah, that's
'cause
great.
when she was with
Yeah.
me and my brother, she said grouse to us. I'm like, yo, did you say grouse? And it wasn't. She was, yeah, it's fucking grouse. I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
I really,
she's a legend.
I want to start saying, I want to bring it back. I just feel like I don't. That
Bring
just
grass
seems
back.
Yeah, I gotta
Yeah.
bring grass back.
Yeah,
It's.
bring it. Take it to Canada. Really, just showcase what it can do.
I reckon I could. Should we?
I reckon you can do it.
I don't want to call the episode, but I'll be the grouse guy. I'm gonna see if I can work it into like a little tagline or something.
Yeah, that's it.
I just feel like for Canadians or Americans, it means good. It's just heaps good.
Yeah,
Heaps good is also another good one too.
Heaps good.
It's just I hadn't heard grass, and you said it earlier in either off air or on the pod. I can't remember.
Yeah, it's in the vocab. It's up in there. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like
you're
peppering it in, which is nice. You're not overdoing the grass. You're just like
nah. You just
put it in there.
gotta smooth it over. Make sure it's it's in there.
Don't want to overdo it. Maybe you call.
Nah.
Actually, I did have a question for you, and this is something I saw at a bunch of breweries. You can either call the beer by its style name or call it by its name.
Yeah.
You have gone by the style side. Was there any what was the rationale? I'm just curious. I feel like it happens less here than there.
I know, I think we're probably gonna be, we're getting some new tanks, so we're gonna be brewing a few similar style beers. So we're gonna have to go down the route of naming beers,
right? Just to separate them.
Yeah, I think so. We've been pretty limited to these 4 tanks, and you've got a pretty decent sized core range that sort of ticks along nicely. It doesn't free up much to do many limiteds, so. Yeah, we just sort of landed on that, and but I think that will probably change as a few new limiteds sort of show up. We'll have to start naming beers. How we go about naming them, I don't know. I haven't put too much thought to it, but I'm sure it'll be pretty funny. Like you can come up with some pretty funny names.
Oh, like heaps grouse is pretty.
Pretty
sweet.
Grouse IPA.
I don't know.
The grouse series.
Dude, that could work.
Be pretty grouse, I reckon.
Heaps grouse, I might say. Oh, I fucking love it. I love it. That was probably one of my favorite things, was just hearing that in the wild.
Hey,
an unintentional grouse that wasn't done for my benefit.
Especially, I've lived overseas for a while, and when you come back to Australia,
it stands out to you. Huh?
Oh, it's so good to be home.
It's a little it's strange because you feel like sometimes I'm like, because I've been gone such a long time and hadn't been back for 7 years, and it was back 2 months. It is a long time, and only a couple times before then. So in 15 years now, 4 times.
Yeah,
it's not that often. So when you do hear, you forget. It almost seems like the way that people talk is sometimes like are they taking the piss? Are they just fucking around? Like, why are you talking like this? Like it's you forget. I just feel like Australia is such a casual place, and you don't and the slang that it's like almost like when you're overseas, you would understand that it's like you wear it as a badge of honor a bit. Like you want to really represent
too.
Dude, that's why we're saying the C-bomb to everybody here. You're like, teaching everybody the slang. Nah, it's the boot, mate. It's not a trunk. It's a boot.
It's
really trying to
taking the bins out.
Take the guy on the servo, like all these different bottler, like everyone around you're teaching them the words, and it's kind of funny, and they think it's funny.
Yeah,
and then you go there and like, oh, like everyone talks about this all the time.
Literally.
It's funny, and then it also was like the first like 2 or 3 days of being there were like no one could I would say, oh, to go, and they wouldn't even like acknowledge it. Then they go, oh, sorry, was that here or takeaway? I'm like, oh yeah, takeaway. Nobody, because no one says that. I just forget. After like 3-4 days, I was back in on it, but for the first few days, it was very weird. It was very like
fuel and gas.
I said that to a friend, and I said, "Oh, you got to get a gas station?" He's like, "Oh, get the servo." I'm like, "Fuck, sorry."
Okay, man.
So he was like mad. I'm like, "Yeah, settle down, relax." I'm like, "Geez, it's not that. Don't take it personal." I'm like, "People don't understand me.
They don't.
Tired of saying the same thing. You can't say tomato sauce. You have to say ketchup, or they're gonna be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
I'm with you, man. I'm bloody with you.
Yeah, you get it. You get it.
I get it.
It's actually kind of fun though. It's kind of the fun part about being from somewhere, living somewhere else. It's
No, it's great.
I
lived in Singapore for a year. It was awesome.
That would be so cool. I've heard it's a great spot.
Very, very, very cool spot. Beers are very expensive, but very clean.
More expensive. Actually, we're going to talk about that shortly. More expensive than Australia.
Yeah. At the time, yes. Yeah, it was.
Okay. Good point. The one thing I did before we get to the price and the tax and everything that you actually had told me about when we met.
Yeah.
The other thing that I always thought was so cool for Aussie breweries back pre-COVID was when Australian hops were like the tits. The level of people are flinging around Galaxy like it's nothing. All these different hops, like over here, they're frothing for it, whereas like Aussie breweries are just like it's whatever because it's just right there. And I kind of felt like, excuse me, I saw that more so now with the New Zealand hops, obviously level proximity, probably a lot cheaper.
Hops are good. Yeah, they got great product from there.
Are you guys using them a lot? Are they cheaper? Maybe you don't know what they cost here, but I imagine just based on shipping alone and freestyle and New Zealand hops,
I think Australian and New Zealand hops are generally a bit more approachable. I mean, they're all reasonably the same. Like we're pretty small scale, so like obviously we're not buying as much as the big boys. So everything's pretty similar. They're obviously American stuff is a bit more pricey, but in comparison, not crazy amounts.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess because they're shipping alone, that's gonna push
exactly.
It's gonna push it up. But I feel like do you because obviously like right now and as an Australian, it's hot. You got to admit the New Zealand hops are winning like by leaps and bounds. I don't think anything.
They got some good stuff.
We had a time. We had an era that we were dominating. And the only thing that mattered was Aussie hops, Ella, Vic Secret, and
Big Secret. We've got a new one that's just coming out actually though. Luna has just dropped out. Just come out.
What's
we're so looking to try some stuff with that.
Hops production Australia. Mango, dark berry, and spicy citrus.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So I'm pretty keen to suss out what that's all about.
AI says it's a potential rival to Galaxy.
Hey.
Interesting.
Yeah, so once I think I've got a hazy in mind for that one. That's coming up soon.
You got some?
Yeah, I think I've got something in the mind that's gonna be a good time.
Oh, this is good to know. This is wicked.
Probably around when you get here, actually.
It should be around.
Right. Yeah, I reckon.
Gonna need to swing up the old Enterprise Avenue right there, mate.
Hey, mate.
I'm going to anyway.
We got a Bermuda, and then we'll tip a few beers in.
Fuck, man, I love that. That would be awesome. Oh, dude, so that's sick that you got that. So that's cool to hear that there's like some innovation on the Australian hop side to get that going. And then just the Kiwi hops. It's just like because of the proximity, and therefore they're not going to be as expensive as they would be for say North American or European breweries or whatever. Yeah, there's probably a more prolific use of them in Australia. Period.
Definitely. And when we go jump onto the Oat Cream, there's a few hops in there that will that's New Zealand heavy. So
beautiful.
Just a couple of my favorites there too. So
I love that.
They're good.
Yeah, I mean, look, they're just the best. Have you ever got your paws on some peacherine?
No, I haven't used that yet.
It is the greatest hop on earth. There's nothing.
All right.
In my humble opinion.
Hey,
Freestyle does
you'd
it.
know.
I,
You'd have a
I
few.
I had, I've gone pretty hard trying to see what's
Yeah,
going on. So there's the freestyle peacherine, and then there's Eggers hops.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, so Eggers has one that I don't know why they keep changing the name. I guess they're just being funny. Called Pesherine, Pesh, Harine.
All right.
Same shit essentially, but
Okay.
I feel like I don't know how easy. I imagine I've heard that it's you got to contract other stuff to be able to get peacherine. But then I've
Okay.
spoken to some other breweries here who didn't have as much trouble getting it, so it might be worth trying to get it. And I feel like I
Ah,
mentioned it.
we'll sort something out.
That's something I figure you can make it happen. Lucky you'll make it going on, mate. Come on,
Yeah,
like
mate. Let's
I,
talk. Talk. Be fine.
it's exactly. It's nothing. You can give these boys a bell. I reckon that I would just really love to see what you could do with Peacherine,
Yep.
in the base that you've got. You got such a fantastic base for the haze, and obviously when we get to the oat cream, it's more intense
Mm.
again. So it's
Yep.
I think that would be really cool to see. I think you would really like the expression in that kind of like milky base
Yeah.
it's pretty bonkers. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Some people do single hop, some people like to blend it, whatever. But I don't know. I just think it's the best.
Yeah, that's all right. All right. Well, I'll noted. I've got a few things coming. Mate, yeah, because I've got some new tanks coming in around the
How
time you get here, actually. So
That'd be all sweet.
that'll be it frees me up a bit, I think. Yeah, looking forward
Yeah.
to getting a little bit more creative. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. What? How many tanks you getting?
Just two more. So
Okay.
currently we've got 1,500 litre fermenters sitting behind me. But yeah, just two more. Which means we can sort of brew sort of twice a week, more consistently than rather than just the once a week.
What are the ones
So
you have now? Are they the size?
yeah, 1,500s.
So you're getting two more
my
15. Okay.
yeah. Because my system, a double batch, I can make pretty much up to 1,500 litres at once. So
Okay.
yeah, just want to
Okay. 15
capitalize
hex.
on that.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought. Okay. Just they don't.
Yep.
People always say either hex or they go barrel.
Yeah, hex there. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So 15 hex is pretty sweet. How big's the brew house?
Well, it's a 500 litre, so it's a 5 hex
So
brown
5 hex.
master. But
So you have to do 3
we've got
turns?
a separate. We've got a separate kettle, which means we can sparge it out, and I can get about 1,500 out of two batches. Yeah, so
Okay,
push it up
only
to
2
about
turns.
750. Yeah.
That's not bad.
No, big
Okay.
day, but it's good.
Yeah, I hear it's like a 16-hour day or some shit. But
It's not quite that long, but it's pretty long. It's pretty.
Yeah.
I'm here
It's-
early and here pretty late.
right. Well,
Yeah.
that I guess it's probably a best case for now to keep pumping
Yeah.
stuff out.
That's
As
it.
long as the demand keeps crushing.
No,
it,
that's it.
pretty sick.
The venues, everyone's loving the venue, and we'll just keep going. And
Hell yeah.
plenty keep selling the beers to other venues. It's a good time.
I love it, man. It's a beautiful thing. I just love hearing the any brewery success stories in 2026. Just make me really happy. Just,
Yeah.
There's so much doom and gloom, man.
It is. I think we just sort of stuck to our lane, and you don't want to get too big too quickly. That's sort of just do what we do well and keep local in mind and keep relevant, keep keep getting better as well, the venue as well as the beers, and just always try and improve. I think that's the way. Yeah, we don't want to go too crazy. Don't want to get there too big. That could be a problem when you get too big.
I can see that for sure, and keep relevant is a great sentiment. I think that's important.
Yeah,
particularly in beer, where
100%.
you could be around but sort of fade and it's sort of whatever. But as long as people are still really you're pushing the needle, or sorry, what's it called? Pushing the envelope, moving the needle with with both the beer and the food program and just the experience that people are getting, which I imagine you guys are just all over it.
Yeah, we're trying to make it better for the customer all the time. Improving systems, just recipes. It's always changing. It's an ever changing cycle, but in a good way. You want to be sort of always testing and pushing yourself.
Big time. Yeah, I love it, man.
Yeah.
It's do you have any ultimate goals for the brewery? Like as far as any sort of I mean, obviously drilling this expansion or anything else like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe another venue one day, like a little tap room, that's sort of like a wine bar, but sort of beer based.
That's cool.
but still bring on the culinary experience too. So you still want, you want that food as well. So I think that's our we've got the teams and the systems in place to make that happen. Maybe one day we'll do that. Yeah, we're expanding the wholesale side this year with the new tanks, so that's good. And then potentially another venue. We'll see how we go. But at the moment, just keep this thing rolling.
Hey man, yeah, you're only 4 years this year, right? 4 years in October.
Yeah, 4th year, so 3.5 years, or just over 3.5 years now.
Yeah. So it's
we're still pretty fresh in the industry.
Early days still. Would you, if you did a second
it.
venue, would you keep in the area, or would you go to like the city or somewhere else?
I don't know. Like we've tossed it up. I don't know yet. I don't know. I don't know.
I know it's like a future question, but
I think probably locally is maybe probably the way to look at it. We're already pretty well known locally. Yeah, exactly right. And people like us, and I'll maybe offer something a little bit different at the other venue. So it's going to be not the same, but same quality, but just presented differently is probably what we think about doing.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's like it send traffic between the two as well. Like
and then obviously there's the brewery feeds the bar, and we've got a massive kitchen here, and that can do the same. So we'll work that out eventually when we have to.
Yeah, I know it's like a big sort of future question. We don't want to put you on the spot, but just always curious if you had any aspirations.
You always got to be thinking that. That's potentially doing multiple.
Look,
if you have a system that works, and
like actually, when you mean like SOPs type of thing with
and just like
procedures,
exactly,
that you've now ironed out over 3.5 years.
Yeah, I mean, we're always ironing, mate. We're always ironing,
of course.
So
totally feel you.
I've got a steamer in hand at all times.
Always ironing. I'm gonna write that one down. I kind of like always ironing.
If you stop ironing, you fall over. It's no good. I might start a dry cleaning shop. Actually,
I reckon you could next door. You could just put that on. It's called Always Iron.
Yeah, always ironing.
What are you guys up to? Always ironing, bro.
Always ironing, mate.
Maybe some new merch.
Press that shirt. Yeah, let's go.
Back of the hoodie. Let's fucking go.
Yeah.
That's heaps grouse. The
hey,
that little casual grouse.
I like that. I like that. That was very good. Very good.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for doing that. Canadians pay attention, right?
Hey, listen up.
I want to hear it. I want to hear someone come up to me and say, "Oi, podcast grouse." Stacks grouse.
Let me know when that happens. It'll happen.
That means they listen to this one specifically, so it's a very highly
it's niche.
It's niche. They're going to be in here. They're going to be in it.
Yeah, they're going to be in it in a minute.
I wanted to quickly touch in on the. I know we're still going on this beer. I don't know how much you got left before we should go, because we're going to talk about the tax combo. Maybe we have to go too deep into it. But one of the things that I was calling out. Okay, beautiful. On the last pod with the last week's pod 230, this 235, so 234. I was just talking about the price, and I had last time I was in Australia, and say it's like a place like Carwin, they bring stuff in from all over, so inherently I expected the prices to be more. They're getting things cold chain shipped from Europe and the States and whatever, so I completely understand if things are more expensive at a place like that are bringing in beers like that if I'm not drinking local stuff. Basically wherever I went, I noticed that the prices, say for something like this, like a hazy IPA in the 6+% range, North. 17 to 19, maybe $20 a can, and similar for a full pint pour. Lagers maybe around the $15 mark. There might have been some stuff, say the shorter cans were obviously more affordable and things like that, but it was like if you were visiting Australia from somewhere else, but say North America, just for context, like that would be pretty disarming, and people would be like, because I went to LA right after Australia, and I went to Monkish in that, and $8 for a pint of a Helles. That's and crazy, I can't remember what and I was like, what the fuck? It was very yes, for sure, and the contrast was okay. So I was just curious because I know it's like the breweries and the brewers are not trying to extort anybody, and it's 100% government induced when it comes to alcohol. But maybe if you could explain it, because I did make not a big
Yeah,
deal
so
about the
I'll,
last one, but I just
you
felt
know,
like
if
it
you
was such
talk,
an interesting thing.
yeah, I'll explain it a little bit. Like it's just like say a 1,000 liter tank, right?
Mhm.
So 1,000 liter tank at a 5% beer, you got 50 liters of pure alcohol. So and then every liter of pure alcohol is taxed at, I think it changes. It goes up every 6 months, but if it's in a can, it's like $63.
Okay.
So times $63 by 50, and what
Mhm.
do you get? Like uh,
Dog, you're talking the
three
wrong guy.
grand. You know, it's 3 grand or something. You know,
Okay.
that's literally, you know, that's what you're going to pay off a 1,000 liter tank. Like that's and that
Yep.
that price goes up every 6 months, and it's if it's in a can, it's more than if it's in a keg as well.
Right.
So yeah, it's all about So pure pure alcohol is liters of pure alcohol. That's how it's taxed.
Okay.
It's a bit of a mathematical equation, but you know it's a lot, and that comes onto our bottom line. So
Right.
yeah,
So
it's
even
difficult.
so that adds up. So you said to me, and I think I said this on the pod with the last guys. I was like, you were
Mm.
like, see that glass? That's 40% of that is taxes.
Yeah, pretty much. Yep.
Okay. And that is the excise tax
Yep.
and
Yep.
other state taxes, city taxes, anything like that?
Yeah. So then, like, we do the Vic return, the can charge. So that's when people go get 10 cents for a can.
Yes, I heard. Look across the street from
Yep.
you.
Yep.
There's like a
Yep.
can
We get
return
they
spot.
send us an invoice of how many cans we've produced, and we have to pay, I think, 15, pretty more than that now, 15 cents per can. So like,
For what? For
like,
recycling fee.
yeah, recycling. So like, yeah, you pay for what you produce.
And then
And
you
that's
add
just
that
it's
on to
just
the customer, then they can
yeah,
return it and
exactly
get it
right.
back.
Yep, yep. They
Okay.
return, like, we like they get them back from the government, but we have to pay for it.
Up front, and that's why it's added
Yeah,
to the price of.
yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah, yeah. So and
Understood.
especially like we use a contract can here. We actually own a canning line, and obviously that's expensive. You know, mobile cans are expensive, but we're not really in a position to get our own canning line just yet. So it's all right though.
Hey
We
man,
keep rolling.
in due time.
Yeah,
Okay. So it's interesting that they charge you up front for that. So then
yeah.
so it's really a tax focused issue is
Mm.
like over taxation. Is it more expensive in Melbourne than in other cities or other states
No,
in
no,
Australia?
that's probably no. I think that's probably it. Like that's an Australian, that's a
Australian thing.
national tax.
Okay.
Yeah, and then obviously, we have GST here in Australia, so it's 10% of every sale. Obviously, that's on top goes to tax as well.
Understood.
Yeah.
My friend Tim, shouts to Tim, he told me that and this is why I was asking about that. He was like, if he's in Sydney, he goes to Sydney for work. He's like, if I get a
Yep.
pint of Stone and Wood at a pub, it's like $12.50, and he comes to Melbourne and it's like $17.50. So he was
Yeah.
calling it a Melbourne tax. So I'm like, is it a tax or is it Melbourne's cool so you charge more?
That one's cool, baby. Nah, I don't like. Yeah.
Look, it's pretty sick.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. Every time I go back, I'm like,
yeah.
this place goes all right.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's just that's national for us, but yeah.
Okay, so then if
Yeah.
if a venue decides to charge that much less, is there like, say you get Stone and Wood, which is from Byron, right?
Yeah.
Ish, yeah.
Well,
So
it's
probably not
Lion
anymore.
now, so
Lion, so
yeah.
probably everywhere. But like, I guess
Yeah.
I was thinking even like ship, because like if it's exported, even if it's within the same country, it's like you would anticipate there to be additional charges
exactly.
for that pint or that can.
Yeah.
Because what other choice do you have? But
Exactly
a
right.
$5 difference on a pint seemed pretty excessive.
Oh, that is crazy.
So
$12 seems pretty cheap. I mean,
yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
yeah.
Like say Pacific Ale
So
or whatever. So nothing like
yeah,
not like anything super
yeah.
hazy type of thing, just like a hop.
Nah, they're not like
whatever.
exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, because I didn't really like. That's just what he kept saying. So I think he meant like a cool Melbourne charge. But typically Sydney's a more expensive city, so I just would have assumed that.
Sydney is like Sydney. Yeah, I mean, city prices anywhere you go, really. Like it's we're out here in the burbs, mate. It's not that bad.
Yeah, just like it's actually not as crazy. Maybe
Nah. We try to keep our prices approachable. Yeah.
What could you just for context, like say what it would
Yeah.
be like for the one we just drank, the Hazy IPA, for the different, because
Hazy
there's three sizes
IPA.
always
Yeah. So I think it's 15 a pint,
for a
15,
pint.
50 maybe. Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
And there's always three sizes: pot, schooner, pint, right?
Pot's gonna pint. Yep. Yeah.
What's the milliliters on a pint there for you?
Pint, I think they're 525.
Okay,
Could be wrong. I could be
schooner,
wrong. It could be more than that.
is it
Schooner's
570?
could be 578. You're right. I think it's 425 to the schooner. Pint's 570, and then pot's 285
Okay,
mils.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
So schooner,
Yeah.
because growing up, schooner was a Sydney, New South Wales thing. We did not.
Yeah, Scooies. You know.
And yeah, we didn't.
Yeah.
When did that come in?
I don't know. Like Melbourne, sort of. You're right though. Like we had we had pots. I remember when I was a kid, my dad.
Do we have pots or pints? That was it. There was no in between.
Yeah.
Unless you went to
Pot.
Sydney, and then I don't remember there being schooner sizes in 2019. There might have been,
Nah.
but I don't remember it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I think it's.
It
Yeah,
does make sense
it's-
though. I like it because the big
yeah.
pints are too
Schooners,
much.
I think. Schooners. I think Schooners the heavy medium.
Dude,
I think,
it really
that's
is.
probably our most popular size.
Size?
Was
Okay.
the schooner. Yeah, because the pot like a 285. It's
It's not
I
enough.
don't know about you, but I can
Three
delete
sips.
a pot in a set. Yeah, bang, one done. Let's go. It's like a shot
Boom, it's
glass.
yeah, like what's the point
Yeah.
here? What are we doing? Are we fucking
Come
around?
on,
Are we
I'm
fucking
a
spiders?
big guy, you know. Come on.
Yeah, lucky you're a tall bloke. Yeah, you ain't. You ain't playing.
you know, that's not gonna do much for me.
No, it's it seemed kind of redundant. And then I was having pints in play because here the pint is 473 mils or 16 ounces,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
and that's someplace, say Benchwarmer. They did, was it Benchwarmer? Yeah, they offered when they did pints. It was in like the
Yeah.
kind of like this a little bit like can shaped glasses.
Yeah.
With that, and I was like, oh, nowhere here does the 473s. Everything's these other big ones. Somebody just told me
Yeah,
it
the
was
massive ones.
5-7. Yeah, and every time I go on, I'm like,
I think that's right.
oh, I don't
Yeah.
want this much. This is a lot. Like, and it's only 100 mils more than what I would be drinking, but it just
I
feels
know, but
like
I think you get to
a
the
lot.
last 100 and it's like, oh my god.
I could have just done a schooner. So like, yeah, I was trying to do schooners more often because you can, even the 425 compared to say the 473, that's hardly anything. So you can still
Exactly right.
operate nicely.
Yeah.
So I found that an interesting, quirk
Right.
of what's going on there.
We're quirky. We're quirky. We
I
love it.
love it. Okay, so the taxes, that's how it gets down. Is there any
Yeah.
motion for people or for breweries wanting to figure that out and just be like, look, guys, like this is a
Oh,
lot.
it's they're trying. It's getting a lot of love. It's getting a lot of notion now at the moment because in Australia makes more money off beer tax than it does gas export tax. So we actually sell our beer. Like say if you buy 1,000 liters of gas from us, it's taxed at $11, and if you buy 1,000 liters of beer, it's $3 grand. Like
Fuck. When you say
so,
gas, you
like-
mean liquid petrol,
Like-
LPG.
Nah, as in like
gas for
household, like gas. Yeah. So we
Okay.
actually export gas, but cheaper than what we tax our beer for. Which is it's crazy. So that's
that
getting
like
a
a
lot
sin?
of. It's pretty bad. Like
Yeah.
we're degrading Australia's natural resources, but it's not next to nothing. But
Right, but you're
people
selling
drinking-
people.
the average everyday Australian has to pay so much beer tax. It's sad. Like it's annoying. But
And it
Yeah.
would, I guess, is it like, I mean, people are probably used to it. It is what it, because it felt like even when I was there, I'm like, all right, well, when in Rome, what are you gonna do? Like,
exactly
here,
right.
what are you're gonna sit here and
Mm.
complain about it? You're gonna shut up and just throw the card down, and this is what it is. Is this something that like that the breweries are like? Is there any like lobbying? I guess.
Yeah. So we
activity?
got the Independent Brewers Association over here, and they're always trying to figure out ways to stop it. They did stop the keg side of things for 2 years, which is great.
Okay.
The can stuff still keeps going on for 6 months, so it's
Right, what do you
not.
say?
It's
When we say stop the keg, you mean stop the increases?
stop the increase of the keg tax, but the
Damn.
can stuff still keeps
It's still
rolling.
going.
So
Hmm.
it's just it's been every 6 months. But and like wine in Australia is taxed so differently to beer, which is if they matched it up to sort of wine, because wine's they're taxed way easier than us. So
Really, eh?
yeah, yeah, yeah. And if we got that aligned, it would be unreal.
Yeah, that would be like typically wine should. I mean, it's higher alcohol by far, like
Exactly right.
double,
By
more than
far.
double most
Yeah.
of the time,
Yeah.
12 to 15% type of thing.
Yeah.
So
And
very few
like
beers are that much.
it sucks. It's like a lot of breweries, it's similar like to us, and hospitality side ones. They're creating a lot of jobs. It's
Yeah,
we got
you really
25
are.
staff here, so
Jeez.
yeah,
That monthly
it's
payroll tax is not
yeah,
going to be small.
exactly right. That's another thing too. So yeah, it's just, but we love it. We do what we do because we love it, and at the end of the day, we can enjoy some beautiful beers.
Look, man, people are going to pay what they want for this, and maybe that's what the government's exploiting, is that people want this glorious product.
Yeah,
they're going to pay whatever it takes. They're going to whinge about it, but they're going to pay for it, just like probably people do for ciggies. And I heard cigarettes
it's
are out
true,
of control
man.
there
It's
too.
true. Exactly. Yeah, bro. That's why the whole underground cigarette buddy
Oh yeah,
thing's happening. Yeah.
okay, yeah. What's a deck of ciggies going for these days?
Oh, I couldn't even tell you. I'm no smoker. So.
No, yeah.
But heaps. Like, it's crazy.
I heard something around the $50 mark, but I wasn't sure if people were lying to me.
I reckon that's about right. Yeah. Yeah.
And like when I was a kid, like in my teenage, I was $5.25 for Marlboro Reds.
Yeah, nah. She's about 10 times that now.
Fucking Christ, thank God.
Yeah.
I don't know why I did that in the first place. Bonkers. Thank you for breaking that down though, bro. I appreciate it.
Hey, no worries, man. Easy.
I
might come off. Yeah, we'll take a break and then we'll
and we'll jump in the next
on.
We got Zach on. We'll do it. All right.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. And we are back. And right now, we have Uncle Zach joining us. Shout out, Zach. What's up, brother?
G'day, mate. How are you?
Good
to see you.
Good to see
Thanks
you.
for having me.
Mate, absolute pleasure. Thank you for having us a couple of weeks ago and experiencing the glorious food program that you are spearheading. It is, like I was saying off air, out of this world what you are doing, particularly in the brewery space. It's unheard of for the vast majority. I would imagine it's quite the outlier in Melbourne and in Australia, and it's absolutely in my experience with I try to get to a bunch of places out this way in North America, and what I experienced at 3806 was incredible. I've told so many people about it. It's so sick. So I want to do a bit of a deep dive into all of that, but the next beer we saved for you because Lachie said this one is your fave, and that is the one you have
favorite
front and center, the flagship pale. And this, would you guys call this like American pale or like West Coast? What would you sort of describe this?
American. It's American pale. Yeah.
American pale.
Yeah.
And is this the biggest seller?
I reckon it'll be up there. It'll be our biggest wholesale mover for sure.
Okay. And okay, yeah, beautiful. This is it. This is the one tonight that I actually haven't had, so I'm pretty keen for this. What are the hops in this one, by the way?
Yeah, so pretty similar. We've got Simcoe, Xtra, and Mosaic. So, but just not dosed on the same level as the Hazies. It's just a bit more clean and crisp.
Okay. Was this one of the ones you started off when you guys opened?
Yeah, this is one of the first ones we did. Yeah.
And this one, would this be more in line, basically looking at this compared to the hazy? Obviously, it's significantly less hazy by design. Is this more along the lines of like what I was saying earlier about Aussies loving their XPAs? Is this kind of feels like most of the ones that I had consumed?
Similar, yeah. Like it's sort of like it's our XPA is actually coming out next week, but it's like a little bit more hazy.
Okay.
But yeah, it's edgy on the hoppier side. Yeah.
Okay. So right, this out Xtra, Simcoe, and Mosaic. And is there so did you say an XPA was coming out next week?
Yeah, we're doing an XPA next week.
Okay, so first and foremost, cheers, boys. Great to see you, Zach. Thank you for jumping on, legend. Oh, the nose is great. Money, malty, piney, light,
Yeah.
not too punchy,
Yeah.
pithy, nice citrus, a little bit of like something a little fruitier, yeah, like passion fruit, pineapple type of shit.
Yeah, that's it.
Crushable as hell. Is this Untapped says 5%. The can says 4.8.
4.8. Yeah.
4.8. Okay, beautiful.
Yeah.
Fantastic. What would be in you guys' eyes the difference then? And this is probably a very key question. The difference between like a pale ale and an extra pale ale or an XPA.
I think hops. Yeah, like this is.
Okay.
It's still pretty hoppy. Like it is like leaning on that side, but I actually don't put like as far as grams per liter go. Like this thing doesn't have as much hops as any other hazies or anything sort of on the XPA side.
So
Yeah,
XPA
actually,
by design is more intensely hopped.
Yeah. The way I see it, it's more like an extra pale ale. So yeah, like it's more hopped. It's more grams per liter when it comes to recipe. So this one's still packs a punch. Like it's still there, but it's not very much. It's not in your face.
Okay, but less than the hazy pale ale.
Yeah, significantly.
So this is significantly less. An XPA would still be less than the hazy pale ale.
Yeah, definitely.
And then, okay, understood. Yeah, that fucking makes sense. Why wouldn't I even think about that? Yeah.
There you go.
I love
working it out,
mate. We're getting there.
This one's good. Introduces people into drinking.
Yeah, this is an introductory craft model.
Yeah, so they'll try this before they step it up to the hazies and that.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And for you, Zach, why is this one your fave?
I think it was just definitely that sort of flavour that got me into craft beer.
Okay.
Which is like sort of like a little bit of that Ek Bolter and Donenwood vibe.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Which I really enjoyed. And just that fruity, low bitterness, smashable.
Gotcha. And for you as a chef, does it sort of appeal to you a bit more because it's maybe more malleable and pairable with food?
Yeah, 100%. I think it can go with many dishes.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, totally. Particularly this, like the more like West Coast American style type shit. The little more flexible. The bitterness in this is actually quite low.
It is.
Very low, yeah.
Yeah, compared to what I would have maybe expected from that. Is there not like a taste for the bitter? Because I feel like everything I feel like I never had any crazy bitter bombs, which arguably is more of a relic to the mid 2010s.
Yeah, I think that's just a sign of the times, you know.
Right.
You don't want something, especially here. We weren't like approachable beers, like I said earlier, but you don't want something. Yeah, you don't want to go too hard. I think that there's still a market for it, and we will do it once we have the freedom of a few more tanks. But you don't want to just have a bittering bomb that just blows everyone's head off. Especially where we are situated and our target market. You want some approachable styles like. But there's definitely room like to do a limited down the line that's going to be a fair dinkum Westie as well.
Yeah, word. That makes a lot more sense, and I think that really speaks to the Aussie palate. I feel like here it's not as. I feel like there's probably a little bit more bitterness typically, and probably what you found when you're on the West Coast as well.
That's true. Yeah,
and I think it's great though that there's the what we as all of the three of us as beer nerds are probably more used to.
Yeah,
the craziest shit, but the average punter is not gonna really resonate as much with that. Think of like that's the stereotypical like IPAs taste like licking a tree or whatever, like.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas this is very, very approachable.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what we wanted. That's what.
Yeah, I like this a lot. This is great. Great stuff. So then, from your side, let's talk about the food because I feel like the food is. Would you guys say it's like an equally important part of the business?
It's a big part of it. Planner and what 3 out of 6 is. 3 out of 6 is.
That was our point of difference for sure.
Right. And that's sort of what I'd heard from. I was telling Lachie earlier, Zach, that like the dude from I didn't get his name, but from Let's Unwind up in Berwick.
Oh yeah, Leon. Yeah, or something.
Probably the dude because we were just buying stuff from there because they had a pretty decent selection compared to the other options in the area. So we were like kept going there to get stuff and. He was like, oh, the first time we came in, we're like, yeah, we're leaving Canada, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, oh, where you guys going? So he was gassing up the food program. And I was saying also earlier that one of the coolest things about you guys is that I came in with like zero expectations, and it was absolutely blown out of, like, it was incredible from both sides. Like, I didn't know what the beer was going to be like, particularly based in Berwick. I was like, could someone in Berwick really be making beer that great?
Yeah.
The answer is yes. And then the food it's just insane, and it complemented it all so well. So I'd love to get your history, sort of, your basically how you got into beer and how you got into food, and your sort of, which Lachie spoke to a little bit along the way, but it'd be cool to get that from you, and then sort of what you had intended to do with what the food program at the brewery.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, well, I started 19 years ago in kitchens.
Oh, gee.
Well, started my apprenticeship as a chef, so
Okay.
it's been a minute. Left school a bit early because I was mad, and I love the kitchen. Just fell in love with kitchens and that adrenaline, and love working weekends. Weirdly, but that was me.
Hey, man.
And then I've
Someone's
always
gotta do it.
always in the more fine dining scene. So I worked my way
Okay.
through Melbourne, and moved back out to the suburbs to help run a two-headed restaurant out here, which is like one of the best in Australia now, and it's just in the town next to us.
Okay. What's the town
And
called?
then Beaconsfield, in
Oh,
Beaconsfield.
Biggest word. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
little shout out. Yeah, oh my restaurant there. So
Okay. I love that you
they
guys call
actually
it
have our
towns.
parallel. Yeah.
Calling Berwick and Beaconsfield a town is very, like, I don't know, I would just say suburb, but I like it. I kind of feel like it's a town. It's a town. I like it. I don't know. Thank you.
Town.
Yeah, sorry, keep going. I'm sorry to interrupt. I like that. Okay.
No,
So you
you're
worked
good,
out
man.
there. That's pretty sick. That's one of the best in Melbourne is in Beaconsfield.
Yeah, I know.
Very
So
cool.
it's sick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Obviously COVID hit, so everything got flipped upside down and everything. So the fine dining scene was out for us in Australia. So trying to find work, jobs, everything. But leading up to before that, really, me and Lachie would always been tossing up the idea. Like, I was running a wine bar, and Lachie would come in and visit me when I was working in this open kitchen, really small scale compared to what the brewery is. And we sort of pitched it. Like, Lachie pitched it to me. I was like, we could do this on a bigger scale, and just trying to work out how the hell we would do that. And then obviously COVID definitely helped spark the beer.
Right.
So I had spare time on my weekends, and I'm a workaholic. So I was like, well, we started brewing in his garage. And then pretty much
you
the
were a part
idea
of
all
that, the brewing
starts.
side. You were
Yep.
involved in that from the beginning, eh?
Yep.
Hell
Yeah, from the get-go. Yeah,
That's sick,
it's all
dude.
been us two together since the very start,
Yeah.
before there was even a brand or anything.
Good on you.
So we did it really just to spend time together and work out what the hell was going on with the world, and then we
Right.
just turned it into our life.
Yeah.
Right. That's amazing.
But-
So you'd had like chef training, and you'd worked in these high-end restaurants as a chef.
Yeah,
primarily?
high ends. Yeah, always as a chef. So I just
As a
worked
chef.
my way up the ladder. Yep.
Okay,
So
so-
yeah, I went to the city when I was about 20, and I left for about 28, and then came back out to the burbs.
Gotcha.
And then worked fine dining out here, and then everything got changed, and then I just readapted, and sort of we give that fine dining touch on our food.
For
A lot of
sure.
finesse, and we care, like the finesse and just everything we cook, we want to eat and know pretty much what we enjoy, we want the customer to have.
Right.
So pretty much we made a venue of what we would have loved. So now we do kick each other every now and again going, geez, I wish there was a place like this when we were going out around here.
Right. Well, I mean, you're delivering big time.
Yeah. But
So
no,
then-
it's special, and we always
Yeah.
knew that the food and the beer would work together
Was
and
it
just be us.
right? And because that was an interest of yours, I was going to say from a fine dining perspective, typically beer as a drink, or craft beer specifically, isn't something that is always valued or as
No.
maybe as thought of in that world. Was that something that, because you guys were mates and that you guys are into beer together, did you have to did you encounter that in your journey in fine dining?
Yeah.
Or
I think so, a little bit. And then once we got into the beer side a lot more, reflecting on the fine dining with the wine scene and all that, I was like, I feel like, beer's but let down because it has to be consistent tasting all year round when, wines can call it a vintage.
right.
Because, the grapes change every year, but wouldn't the hops too and that. So I feel like there is a little level of respect that the beer doesn't get sometimes in the fine dining scene.
Did you ever have to fight for beer to be on menus or anything like that in previous positions before the business?
No, well, the last venue I worked at, we worked closely with a lot of good breweries, like Sailor's Grave and stuff like that
We
down in
talked about them.
Norboth.
Hell yeah, they're sick, man.
And they're sick. And I think watching and seeing and talking to the brewers there, that definitely sparked. When I was younger, I was like, far out, this is cool. Because pretty sure the head brewer there was an old chef. So he gets a bit experimental with his beers and that.
It's probably why their sours were like peach Melba or like Pavlova
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, and that lemon meringue one they have. And yeah.
Killer, man. They love it. I met him at that what's it called? Good Beer Week. It came up in my Facebook memories like yesterday in 2019. There was like an event at Fed Square.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, whatever that was. So I met him there, and they were just, really fantastic stuff. So it's cool that like it's almost like culinary focused beers are what kind of appealed to you both. That excited you guys, which is kind of like, fortuitous. What's the word? Predicted in the future. Not fortuitous.
It definitely did. Definitely predicted the future.
Whatever the fucking word is. We're 4 beers in. Jesus Christ. So when you guys started this brewery, like, Zach, what did you have in mind from your perspective as the what you wanted to do for the food program? Like, did you have specific, because you got the pizza oven there as well.
Yeah.
You got a very eclectic menu.
Yeah, so I always like that tapas side of the menu. We had like little snacks. Like I wanted to make like a small, nice menu, sort of like a take on a wine bar, but for a brewery. So all little snacks that would complement you drinking the beers.
Gotcha.
And like to sort of share, that's what we wanted to go for. And I wanted to do pizzas because I felt like we needed a staple for the people.
Right.
Because I was like tossing up. It's like, do we do burgers or do we do pizzas? Because I'm like, you choose one or the other sort of thing. So I went with pizzas, but I'm like, if we're going to do pizzas, I really want to make them unique to us. So it's really our style, like, because we make everything from scratch in our kitchen. Right. But we have the big wood fire oven. So I thought it'd be a little point of difference, open kitchen, having a big wood fire oven roaring.
Hell yeah.
And then we do other dishes through that oven too, which is awesome. And just cooking with charcoal and stuff, just making everything really real and honest is pretty much what we're about.
Real and honest is good potential episode name. I like that. That's a good one. I'll write that down. I love that, dude. So like, we were staring at my brother worked at a brewery in Toronto. He just finished up there, but he was looking at the kitchen. Like, we just met Lachie and he left and we were chilling. He was like, yo, the kitchen is fucking like, that is fire. That is because he was like pointing out, I don't really know. So he was pointing out how sick it was. I'm like, okay. And then we got and I waited to talk about this till now. I just want to really, really emphasize what you were just saying. I want to hear it from you before I talked about it. So we got the chicken ribs, which I didn't know what to expect, what they were, and we got this it was steak tartare, right?
Yeah, on the little potato cake.
Fuck. So that was for people who don't know, it's one of the most Australian things, and one of the things I miss arguably the most is potato cakes. It is not a thing over here. It's not even a thing in most other parts of Australia. It's really a Melbourne thing. Is that a fair take?
Yeah. Well, we're the only ones that call it potato cake.
Yeah,
sure.
And potato scallops in New South Wales.
Yeah, right? That's everywhere else.
Because they're wrong. But whatever.
They're wrong. They're wrong.
Very wrong. Come on now. So a potato cake for the Canadians and North Americans, they're like these little, basically flat piece of potato covered in batter and fried. And typically they're like, a good size. But you did these cute mini ones, like, size of
little baby ones.
Canadian toonie, and put the steak tartare on top of them.
Yes.
In a genius mode. Like, where did that come from?
We actually did the little potato cakes for like a function for vegans.
Okay.
And then, strangely enough, and then shout out to the vegans. Well, then I'm like, I've made too many because vegans don't eat too much food. And then it just so happened we had iFood in that weekend. And we had offcuts. I'm like, I'll make up a tartare. I haven't had one in ages.
Okay.
And then I don't even know how it came about, but I'm like, how about we serve it on top? And I'm like, they're little potato cake vehicles. It actually said that on the menu originally, potato cake vehicle, steak tartare. And everyone's like, what the hell is this? I'm like, well, that's exactly what it is.
Right. Potato cake and there's
but
single
I like
bites.
That balance of the hot cold, and I thought it's the perfect bite size. Like
you
something
didn't
to have
even
when
bite
you're
it in half.
Beer.
You just crushed
it.
Yeah,
just slap it in.
One and done, baby.
But I feel like it's a real Australian way of doing a tartare because, it's like a classic French dish, but it's fully our take on it. And then we serve it on a potato cake instead of like a chip.
It was special, dude. Like it was one of the
Yeah.
most fantastic Aussie, beautifully presented and executed things I had. I was only in a couple 2.5 weeks, but good lord, it was just impeccable. It was just so perfect, and once again, something that you didn't anticipate.
No, we did it as
Having
a
in the brewery.
snack in the kitchen, and we ate it, and we're like, "This is incredible." So
Let's
we
do
guinea
this.
pigged it out to a few of our regular customers, just sent them out like there was some little tasters, like, "Oh, what do you think of this?" And they're like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, "All right, it's on the menu."
Right, done. It's a wrap. So as soon
Because
as we saw
sometimes you
that,
will second guess yourself. You're like, "This is incredible. I
yeah.
wonder what the people think."
Yo, that's actually interesting hearing that from the food side, that you're actually not sure how it goes, and you can't really do that with beer because you've got 2 weeks plus of
Exactly
tank
right.
time.
Yeah.
You're like, well, now there's 1,500 liters of this shit, so you're gonna be
Better
drinking it.
bloody- There's a lot of beer better than
Like,
for us,
drink
you
it.
know.
Exactly. You guys would be very busy. But that was exceptional. The chicken ribs were essentially one bone chicken
Yeah.
wings, but the batter was more tempura kind of style, and it was soy, ginger, basil,
Yep.
chili, and
Yep.
sesame. Is that right? Yeah.
Yep.
No
That's
one
correct,
here.
man.
If I say basil here, they make fun of me. Or if I say oregano, because I say oregano, it's fucking oregano. And they say basil, my basil. I'm like, no, fucking basil. So I'm fighting the
Basil.
good fight, boys. I'm fighting the good fight.
Thank you, man.
Ben,
Flying flag.
Yeah, and that's
15 years
something
they
so
made fun of me.
simple. The chicken rib, it's so simple, but I
It's
feel
so
like
good.
it's really approachable for people like, oh, I don't want to eat wings; it gets messy. I feel like the rib's not that messy. It's like a one bite pull.
I just didn't know what chicken ribs were. You think about, if you have them on the, I just feel they're not meaty like that, I guess, is really what I was thinking. Because if you get a whole chicken, they're typically like very close together and there's not a lot going on. But there was still
Yeah,
like one bone in it.
yeah. So it's up from the top part of the breast where the wing is. So you normally get
Okay.
4 ribs off each breast, but you're cutting the breast into the bone. So it looks like you've got heaps of rib meat, but it's actually chicken breast on the bone.
Oh, but it was juicy as hell.
Yeah. Yeah, because we marinate it in buttermilk, bit of sriracha. And it's actually not in a batter. We just dust it in potato starch and then fry it.
That's it, eh? Oh, it
That's
always
it.
came. The batter wasn't too intense, so my guess it was more tempura versus like a more
Yeah.
serious like chicken wing.
Well, it's
type of
got a
thing.
fair bit of buttermilk on it before it goes through the starch. But then once it comes out, then we wok toss it with the garlic, ginger, chili, and then deglaze it with the soy sauce and basil.
Stop it. It was phenomenal. It was like so perfectly salty that worked.
Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah, like that umami. Like
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh.
that's the vibes we're going for.
It was just spectacular, to the point where when we did the vlog, which we'll once again link below, the where to drink in Melbourne, so we were filming it there with you guys, and like we hadn't done this before, but we had to interrupt. We normally do it. I did an intro, and then you just do B-roll for a minute or so, and then next one.
Yeah.
But I had to interrupt. We were like, we were like, guys, this is out of control. It was so unexpected and so like it's just everything we wanted with beer right then, and it was really, really refreshing and so nice to have such incredible it was like higher end food without pretension, without.
Yeah.
Is that a way to say it? There's probably a better way to
I
say
think
that.
so.
But
It's the same as well as our beers, it's approachable.
It's approachable, and we go about it in the sense we don't like advertise ourselves as the best food, but come here and you won't be upset.
no, not at all. Like not even close. And then the last dish we had, I wanted to make sure I shouted out, was Bree was like, was walk. I don't think you were there yet, or you're at the back or something, and we were just bringing the plates back in, and she was like, "Oh, have you had the kingfish?" We're like, "No."
Yes.
She was like, "All right, go out. I'll bring that out." And it was the kingfish with like prawn crackers. But
Yes.
the prawn crackers had like the burnt sesame seeds, like the charred
Yes.
sesame seeds in them.
So
And
yeah.
with this green, you can explain it, the green sauce, and you put the kingfish sushi on top of and homeboy was like cutting it, like the sous
Yeah.
chef, I guess, was like cut. Oh, I know Bree is the sous chef, but the gentleman was cutting it and putting it on like fresh from a big piece of fish, so it was all prepared totally there. Yeah, and the green sauce, it was just yeah.
Oh, slaps. It's a good time.
Did I miss anything? What else was on there? The green.
No, so you got that. So yeah, it's the kingfish sashimi with the green sauce is like a nam jim, which is just coriander. Well, I don't know, what do you guys call coriander?
cilantro.
Cilantro, lime juice, green chilies, and jalapenos, and just grind it up like mortar pestle.
Right.
A little bit of sugar, and then fish sauce to season it, and it's just sort of like like balancing that spicy, salty, and sweet.
Incredible. It was just
And I
such a
feel like it
nice.
complements. So it's more like a Vietnamese flavors with the Japanese dish.
That makes complete. It was just. It was light. It wasn't too. Like
But
it
you
was
get that
punchy enough.
freshness from it all,
Big time.
yeah.
Big time. Particularly the sauce being just as equally fresh as the fish. Like because I saw it being cut. As you say,
Yeah.
oh, he's doing that. Give me 5 minutes. Like, and it was just glorious. It was just 3 very different dishes. And once again, it was just one. And I know I didn't get to try the pizzas or any of the other things you guys are doing, but I just felt like that was that a fair. Like if we were first time visitors and that was what we tried, and then the beers we had with some of the ones that we've had tonight, was that a fair like
Oh yeah,
representation?
I think that's incredible. Definitely, 100%. Like especially with the tartare and the kingfish, they're like must-haves if you're popping into this brewery.
Gotcha. The tartare, yeah, I hear they call it tartare. That's funny because there's an e. That makes complete sense. It makes it was that one by far was the one. Like everything was phenomenal. I would say if I had to choose a win, that one was just because it was so unique, and it was like if you are from Melbourne or from Australia, you would eat that and you'd be like, "That's sick. That's creative." And if you're not from there, and you're getting a taste of what of sort of Australian cuisine, it was like like you said, nice mix of French and Australian. And it was just like it's just so creative, which. Yeah, I just feel like it's so uncommon. That's why I wanted to really make sure I shout that out. It's super sick, man.
Oh, thank you, mate. Yes, that's it.
And that was just 3 of the many things on the menu. Plus, you have the specials all the time.
Yeah, so rotate those specials. Let the chefs be able to bring something to the table, like what they're thinking we could do.
That's awesome.
So we try and get everyone involved with really what we're trying to produce and make.
That's dope. Yeah, and you work it. So yeah, we met Bree. Obviously, was our one. She was absolutely lovely, and you could everyone. She just seemed so excited about it, and I was like, oh, this is pretty sick because you go to a brewery and usually don't get to talk to people like in the kitchen side. It's typically on the beer side from what we do. So it was really nice to like talk to people who are
it's a blessing and a curse. It's so sick, the open kitchen.
Yeah, it is amazing.
The curse is the wasteland.
Oh, just
people won't stop talking to me.
Like, dude, leave me alone. Like, fuck.
Yeah, I'm sweating in this kitchen. I'm angry as
trying to get this out. Like, fuck up. Yeah, but it's just so cool. And you guys have got such a cool taproom. I was saying to Lachie earlier about like the people we saw walking in as we were leaving were just like groups of folks. We went on a Thursday. And they were like clearly having a night out. Like there were people who were dressed up. They walked past. I could smell them. I think they were cologned up, and they were like ready for it. And it's not something that you would see at a brewery, typically speaking.
Yeah, that's
we are very different to everyone in that game.
Yeah, we are.
So the intention with the culinary program from the beginning was to complement the beers and just to offer something different, particularly in Berwick. Is that the point from that side?
I mean, that's just what we're both from Berwick, and that was sort of how it worked. We knew the area quite well, and the demographic in the area would it'd be well received. Basically, like there was always room for another venue to be opened, and we really thought that, and the fact that, like I said about that industrial area and how close it is to the main street of Berwick, it had all the right things for it to work, and utilizing Zach's skill set as well, and I think that's sort of what drove us to do it in our local area. Worst case, our mates come drink there, but it's become such more than that. And
it's like a venue people come to for anniversaries, birthdays.
It's we've got such a culture here and such a community that love it. So it's been super well received.
It turned into a lot bigger things than we ever thought it would.
Yeah.
We never envisioned this.
Yeah.
In what way?
Oh, well, it was just really just myself and Lachie that started off.
Yeah. Yeah. Now,
you mean like the size of the team and like how many?
Yeah, the size of the team. We didn't know how busy it was going to be.
Yeah.
We were just taking it not really like even our predictions. Looking at it now,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
laugh at it.
Literally, yeah. It's double. Yeah, it's so much busier than we thought it was ever going to be.
Right.
But I feel like the way we've been has definitely rubbed off with our staff. We're very lucky with our staff because they act like us. They want the customer to have the best time ever when they're here.
Right.
We all love good food and beer, so that's come across on them. That comes across goes over to the customer.
It's great.
What do you guys think is the reason that it is so much busier than you anticipated? Like, what
I don't know. Like, obviously, the product speaks for itself. I'm proud of the beers that I've made, and Zach's menu's phenomenal.
I think just being honest with what we do, and that people have just seen that, and that I think it gets a good level of respect and appreciated.
And we're just like two local guys that wanted to create something for the area, and we give back to the local sports clubs, and try to support things here and there, and it's a real community around this area, and we sort of
get around it.
We
donate to the local soup kitchen once a month. We do from our kitchen all the food.
Mm-hmm.
Which is good because we got suppliers to jump on, so they can give us some free stuff to be able to cook for everyone. So that's good.
That's dope.
Yeah, so we made something special, but we never really planned on that. It just didn't fall. Everything just fell in place.
Right. Do you think part of it is because nothing like that existed in Berwick, but there was sort of an underlying need or a want for it that people maybe didn't voice and be like, oh man, I wish I didn't have to drive all the way into Thornbury or whatever to get this shit.
Yeah,
and then
100%.
Now, and that's like honestly, half the time we were looking for this factory, we were just waiting for someone else to do one. Like we're like, why has no one done this?
Right.
Luckily we were the ones to do it, but it was
definitely needed.
Yeah, it was definitely needed.
Even if we had another one in this same area, it would be great.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that before, actually. As far as like beer is the one weird industry where if more than one exists, it's an attraction as opposed to like a problem.
Exactly. 100%. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if a cafe opened over the street from Bermuda, it'd be like probably wouldn't be optimal because you're not going to go for two coffees, but you're definitely going to. If you go into the area with two breweries, I'm visiting both of them. Are you kidding me? I'm not going to go in there and not seeing both. Like everyone's getting business, It's
it's so true.
Why do you guys think nobody had done it in that area?
I mean, obviously after doing it, figuring out like the council permits,
the amount of risk that we did.
The amount of outlay you got to put into it before you see $1, or well, it's a lot, and all the permit side of things was quite crazy.
It's pretty crazy still.
So I think that was probably that's probably why people.
Right.
And we're lucky we have knowledge of the area. It's pretty.
And just full backed ourselves into it, but there's a lot of red flags to do something like this.
Yeah.
Do you think that you guys being from the area for like generations was helpful as far as like you had a built-in you kind of alluded to it earlier and jokingly like worst case our mates just come in and drink here, but like do you think that helped at all, being that there was like a couple of local boys, they're not just some like rich dudes from
I think
somewhere else?
We're both from
I think that's definitely a major impact.
We're both from both our dads were just hard-working people, local area. That knew everyone. And then they grew up here too.
And then you boys worked around here.
Yeah. I did my apprenticeship locally around here and then went to the city and then came back.
But then you're around here as well, so then you probably would have had a bit of a rep for working.
We had a good little chef following, which was really good. Like some of my customers from the city came to Beaky and then they got married at the brewery, which was really cool.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's pretty sick.
So we did our first wedding and it was just from regular customers that I'd been cooking for like 10 years.
That's cute, eh? Like,
yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff like that.
A lot of cool little things like that.
Yeah, you can take it in.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, sometimes you don't realize how cool it is until you think about it afterwards. You're like, oh my god, that's actually really special and sick.
Yeah. I feel like
but to me, it's just like, hey guys, how you going?
Yeah, it's like whatever. Oh, you're back again? Hey, Jeff. Like, yeah, it's
the food must be good.
Yeah, it's exactly. Like, keep coming back. Jeez, like fuck. No, it's cool, man. I was saying to Lachie earlier, just because I hadn't been back in quite some time. My mum lives in Berwick now, or whatever, in that general area, and like down the street, I didn't expect to find the level of what you guys do, and also being on coffee. So Bermuda, we were going it basically every day. So like I was driving past you guys every day and just seeing that the fact that you two exist in that area, in the area I grew up in Lesterfield, Rowville, Ferntree Gully type of shit. Berwick, Narre Warren, all that was like you made fun of it in the 90s or whatever. If you knew anyone who lived there, Narre Warren, whatever, like you just be like, that's far. Like why are you out there in the sticks? And then now it's highly sought after, expensive, and at the same token, like I know there's definitely been a lot of things that have come up. You both have described that, you know, the main street is pretty popular. There's a bunch of cool restaurants and things happening, but I wouldn't have expected fire third wave coffee and top tier craft beer with fine dining menu attached to that in Berwick. Because I'm always feel like I go stay with mum. I'm like, oh fuck, now I gotta drink wacko because it's so far from everything. I don't have a car. I'm like stuck out there. Like I can't. Mom, can you drive me? I'm 44 years old. Goddamn, and you gotta drive me to a fucking cafe every day because I'm not driving on that side of the road again. Like that's terrifying to me. Like, still, since I've been back, I've been tripped out. I still sometimes almost turn the wrong way. I'm like, it's so confusing. But yeah, it's so cool to just to have it. I just think it's such a bonus for people who, like, as someone who grew up in the suburbs when nothing cool was in the suburbs before, like Knox Ozone or something was like the coolest thing that happened in my 20s or actually teens when I first turned 18. We were going out to Q Sports and places there, and now there's even a brewery at Knox, and like that whole place has changed. And it just seems that that Melbourne seems to, there's, unlike say a place like Toronto, in Melbourne, there's seems to be a lot of the breweries. I can't speak to the quality because I didn't go to that many of them, but just popping up in suburban areas where over here it wouldn't be as common to have that sort of thing around. I think it's super cool, and the fact that you guys are kicking ass out there as is it true only brewery in Berwick? Is that right?
Yeah. Only brewery. Yep.
So I mean, that's got to be meaningful to people out there, and from surroundings. If there's nothing in Beaconsfield, there's nothing in Narre,
No.
nothing in Clyde or Clyde North, or all the Rat Cranny or anything like that. So then there's
one in Pakenham, Smiley Brewing in Pakenham.
Yes, but
that's still a fair way away.
It's still okay. So that was the other one that homeboy at Let's Unwind told me about. So it was you guys and them he mentioned.
Yeah,
but then all of that to say, there's within a reasonable radius. There's nothing else, so it is pretty sick that you are fulfilling that needs, and I imagine that's probably attracted the people who are
absolutely, definitely
a lot of feedback of people. I mean, like, how'd you find us? And we just googled breweries in the local area, and the only one. But then we came here and we're blown away. This is incredible.
We get a lot of people that are just blown away.
We thought we'd just pop it into a brewery to have a beer, and then we end up staying for 6 hours and eating the menu.
Amazing,
which is so cool.
That is genuinely beautiful, though, because it's sort of the opposite of what you would have expected. And then it also blew their mind that they didn't realize there's something that, maybe you pop in, you have one, you're like, yeah, we're done. But no, I want 6 beers and I want, 7 dishes type of thing. It's, it's really cool what you guys have built out there, man. I really
appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yeah, I love it. It's cool. It's cool to hear more about the food program. So then, moving forward from the food side, where do you guys want to take it? Do you have, or is it sort of like you don't really think about that? It's just day to day, and you just, if inspo hits, then you're like, sweet, move towards it. What's the vibes?
Oh, we're definitely thinking a second, man.
Yeah, definitely. Number 2 would be cool.
I think the biggest goal at the moment is obviously the brew sets area.
Yeah, wholesale this year, and then potentially, like I said before, the new venue would be cool, and how we do that. We wouldn't want it to take away from this, and probably set it up a little bit differently, with its own cool quirks, which we got a few ideas. But we want, probably, we got the team behind us now, and the infrastructure to make that happen. So we could probably, that's probably what's going to happen.
I like that. And if I meant to ask you when you mentioned it earlier, would you brew at the second venue, or you
nah, I don't think so. It'll be a tap room. Yeah, with like all our beers from here, and then like a small kitchen. Yeah,
doing some of the best of our menu items here.
Yeah,
gotcha. Would you brand it as 3806, or would you?
don't know yet. We haven't thought that far into it. I'd say it'd be.
I'd say the logo would be pretty dominant there.
Yeah.
But maybe a different name. Maybe.
Yeah. Don't know.
Right.
Don't know. We haven't really put that front of mind
That
yet.
far ahead.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool though. Do they restrict you with how many? Like for example, in Ontario specifically here,
Yeah.
breweries can have two locations. That's it. Once you got your second location, you're not allowed to have a third under that
Really?
same license. So say if you went and opened another 3806 in another, which maybe might not make sense based on the name of the brewery, but say if you did open one somewhere else,
Yeah.
you wouldn't be able to do any more than that. Like once you hit 2, that's it. Do they?
No, I don't think that's the case here because, like,
Good.
you know, Stomping Ground's got like 4, like,
Agriculture.
Mountain Dog's got a few.
Oh.
What's the other one? Moondog's got a few.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
fucking
so,
true. Yeah,
yeah.
you're right. Yeah, of course, Moondog. Yeah. Okay, so
Yeah.
they're good. Oh, good. So you've got like freedom for that stuff, which is
yeah,
I don't like all that stuff. I hate how they do that to people here. It's
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 not
whack.
cool.
No,
Yeah.
it's not cool at all. It's funny because sometimes Australia is like when I always joked when I left, it's like a nanny state where they really go too hard. Like, you know, you're 1 kilometer over the speed limit and
And
you know you're
get
screwed.
shot.
We're over here, they won't even look at you unless you go on 10Ks plus over.
Yeah,
Which is that's why I didn't want to drive there. I'm like, I'm not gonna last long.
Oh, you get a ticket.
Yeah, like I don't want to do that.
No.
But like it's really cool. But then in some ways, it's the complete opposite. Like that, they let you kind of do your
Yeah.
thing, which is really cool. So it's exciting. You guys have got like a real beautiful like baseline for everything that you're doing, and like
I appreciate
there's
it.
so much to build on. And you know, come up on 4 years. What are you guys saying for 4 years? You got
4
any-
years. Yeah, we'll do a party. We do a party every year.
Okay.
We like throwing a big party.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
like getting after it. Potentially want to do a long neck because they're cool.
Yeah, lucky
Hell
long
yeah.
neck.
Yeah,
Ooh,
just
I
a
like
one
that.
off. Yeah,
What's that?
Big
650?
750.
Oh, it's a 750. All right. Fuck
Yeah,
Let's
yeah, the
go.
big dogs, the King
Well,
We
Brown.
have to do like the pale in it. Would be good.
Yeah, the pale.
Pale would be pretty sweet rather than the draft or whatever.
Yeah, I reckon. Yeah, mix it up.
Oh, do
Anyway,
a few.
that's yeah. You should
You
come
guys,
over.
Come over
Yeah,
for the
when's
birthday.
that? October? I'll come back again 3 times in a year. Let's go.
For
King of jet lag. The what was I gonna say about the pie? Do you guys do for anniversaries and stuff? Do you guys do like a bunch of collabs or anything like that?
We've done a few clubs actually, but like I think we're just the tank space at the moment. We're going to do a few more this year.
Beauty.
We do some cake swaps.
Yeah, done some keg swaps with some other breweries. Do love a collab though. Like we've done a few. We've done with Brayside Brewing. We did one with Mountain Culture actually.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a good beer too.
Yeah, that was a cracker. What else? Who else? Oh, I think we'll do some more coming up. We've got some more in the pipeline.
And then we just
Hell yeah.
do the little ones for restaurants.
Yeah, we just do little restaurant ones around here, like they
Put their logo on with our logo on the can
Yeah.
design, so it sells in their shop.
yeah, stuff like that, little things
Yeah.
like that.
Right. Is it collab? Because the collab culture is pretty big here. Like people do that.
Oh yeah,
A lot,
it's definitely yeah.
It's
It's the
popular.
way to go forward
Yeah.
to get
Yeah.
working together. I feel, and I
Mm.
feel like communities enjoy seeing that too.
Exactly right.
Businesses working together to
Yeah.
create something.
Oh, for sure. And it's like
Yeah.
cross pollination of your audiences.
Exactly right.
You know, whatever you did the one with Mountain Culture, they'll now, I guess they're the bigger brewery, so they'll be put on to
Yeah, it was cool.
you guys, like,
that
oh,
was
who is
that was
that?
early on too. Like they hit us up early on.
Yeah, it's
pretty
very
sweet.
early days.
Yeah, that was pretty sweet. That was pretty daunting actually. We had a DJ come down from Mountain Culture with my little brew house, but it was cool.
Well, I'm sure that they started humbly as well. And,
Oh no, he's such a legend. He loved it. I think he loved
That's
it.
awesome.
But no, he was such a nice guy. So
that's great. I like
Yeah.
seeing that. I think that's really cool, and I think it's like extra cool because you guys rep the area so hard. So I think it's like dope if you guys do collabs with you know whether it's around
Yeah.
town or
Yeah.
interstate
Yeah.
or whatever it might be.
putting Berwick on the map, you know.
Fuck yeah, let's go. Why did you guys decide for the postcode for the name?
Just we were playing around with heaps of names.
There's
but,
so many
like,
names.
Yeah.
we just at the end of the day, we're both from here. Like we both.
We
Like,
thought,
Yeah.
playing off with the letters, the numbers. Sorry,
Mm,
I feel like it's an attractive sort of brand too. Like
yeah, looks cool. The numbers being blocked.
it's very simple.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it's just it means a lot to us. This place has been good to us. So
That's where
Yeah.
I grew up.
Yeah, that is cool that you guys are from there. Because if you
Yeah.
weren't from Berwick, and then you sort of, I mean, it wouldn't have been, people name brewery after just the area that they're
Yeah.
in. Like you mentioned Braeside Brewery, I believe that's the
Yeah.
suburb. So
Yeah.
like, it's not uncommon to do that. But
Mm.
because it means so much to you guys, I feel like it's extra like, okay,
Yeah.
you guys like from there, you rep it hard.
Yeah.
Put it on the map, fucking Berwick, mate. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's
Let's
fucking
go.
go. Shall we do the oat cream? You want to jump in on the oat cream there, Zach? As
Yeah,
well?
man. Well, Zach, do you want to jump back in the kitchen? I'll go back to the brew house, or do you want to keep going? Or
We can,
Do you
whatever you
keep
guys want to do.
I'm easy. You want to keep going?
Amazing. Yeah, okay.
I'll get the oat cream, so we might tap out for 2 seconds.
We'll take a pause. So if Zach,
Easy.
if you're gonna dip out,
Just stick around.
I'll stick
you'll
around.
stick around.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a quick
Because
pause.
I've enjoyed this beer.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're having a good time. I'll hit
Yeah.
pause. We'll go. We'll maybe hit a bar
Done.
break there too, and we'll do it. All right, we'll be right
Let's
back.
go grab 'em.
And we are back, and it is time for the oat cream. Look at that.
Let's go.
Bloody ripper. Going hard. So this is one of the other really fun, like limited one-off
Yeah,
seasons.
we don't brew this one in the heat, but it's always a fan favorite.
It's a fan favorite. It sells
Fan
out.
favorite.
Yeah.
And oat cream is interesting because I feel like that's it was like a super like I don't know who started if it was like other half or whatever,
Mm.
but cool to see it in Australia and cool to see it still being popular and still killing it.
Yeah, no, it's a fun style, and like it just adds a lot of sweetness, a lactose sweetness as well. Like,
Yeah, massive fan of that. And this is sort of like a little bit. Now this is what's the ABV? Is it six even?
six even, yeah.
Oof. Oh, it's so bright.
So good.
It's so big and punchy. And look, this is we were talking about earlier about that. This is canned 20th of January, and it's now
Mm.
the what is that? 19th? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like a different. Oh yeah, we're both now the 19th because it's after midnight here. Because you guys are in the future.
Yeah,
Of
so good.
March. So it's like basically 2 months old, holding up a
Yeah.
damn treat.
Yeah, it looks
I had
good, huh?
this. Yeah, man, it looks beautiful. I had it on tap at the brewery, and it was glorious. I love a good oat cream. I feel like they're like, are they? Is it a popular style? It's like, what's the
Yeah, I
vibe?
think so. Like, a lot of breweries do them, especially the
Yeah.
like Hazy breweries. They always throw an oat cream in there. I mean, they're not super popular, but they're
it's around.
definitely doing it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I like to hear it because I feel like I don't know if you guys remember the lactose era would have been 20. I don't know if it was a thing in Australia, like 2018, 2019.
Yeah, I reckon it would have been pretty popular then. Yeah,
Oh
definitely.
yeah,
That's
but
what we
people
sort
were
of
like
started.
also really mad at lactose. I found. And I
Oh
always
yeah,
found that.
and like some people put too much in there as well.
Yeah,
Personal
you can
opinion.
go a little hard, which is too much. And with that, gentlemen, cheers.
Cheers, my man.
Glorious. And yes, you're right. People do put too much in. This is just the right amount. I feel like it's
Yeah,
it's very I think part of the reason this holds up so well, there's like I love when it's like hot burn. I like his hot burn period.
yeah,
And I feel like this still has a little bit of that kicking around.
yeah.
And it helps
Definitely.
with the longevity of the beer. I don't know how you feel as a brewer about that.
No, I agree because we dry up the shit out of this one.
You can say it.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, we loaded up. We got Idaho 7, Rawaka, and Nelson in this one.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, and Mochueka actually as well.
That's a great combo. I love
Yeah,
Idaho
man.
7,
Well,
underrated.
Yeah, Idaho 7's always it's a cult classic.
I had dude from Yakima Chief on a few weeks
Yep.
ago, well before Australia, and he said that he reckons the plug is to use Idaho in the whirlpool.
Yep.
Apparently, it's like you did that.
Did.
Of course,
Yep.
of course you fucking. Did. Of course you did. It's I hadn't heard that. And he said on the pod, and I was like, oh, all right, that's
Yeah.
so maybe dudes were doing it already, but
Yeah, on the
obviously
hot
good.
side.
Yeah, and you find that
Yeah.
that delivers like a
Yeah, it just came out like it just punched you in the face, and because sometimes it can get swallowed up by the others, but it really
Yeah.
it shows through on that one.
yeah, big time, and just like how murky this is.
Yeah, it's
I
good.
love that. I love the good murky beer. Like I found that was I don't know, it's a flavor.
It is. It's part of
it's-
it. That's why that it's got that we got rolled oats in this one as well. So that real smooth
Right.
mouthfeel, which is capped off with the lactose, with that little bit of sweetness as well.
Hell yeah. And this, how does this one sell for you guys? This one kind of moves really well?
Really well. Like, we just did Beer Fest the other week.
I was blown away.
Yeah, and it's our most biggest seller.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Where was that
Everyone loved it. What's that?
Where was that at?
That was in St Kilda. Yeah.
Just on the
3182.
beach there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go. You know all the places.
I lived there, but I also worked at Telstra and ANZ and in
There you
call
go.
centers. So I had to
Yeah.
deal with. I used to know everywhere. I don't know more now, just because of the 3806, obviously. Trying to throw a few in there.
You know Danny on before. That was good.
Yeah, 3175, 3156. You know, a bit of Lisfield, a bit of French Galley. You know, fuck. Oh, yeah. Keep them going. There's some. I want to keep as many in the head as possible. I think it's like a
Hey,
funny.
that's it.
What a ridiculous thing to remember.
Hey, I don't mind it. I think that's pretty cool. I know a lot of
yeah.
phone numbers. I can remember a lot of phone numbers, mate. It's weird.
That's good though. That's a good skill,
Yeah.
particularly these days when you get into some
Yeah,
strife.
Sam. Yeah.
What do you
True.
want to do?
It is a payphone.
Yeah.
Never know.
All
Crazy.
over it.
Someone told me payphones are
1-800
free.
reverse.
A payphone's free?
I think so.
Someone told me the other day that they're free. Yeah, that's true.
Oh, look at us with phones.
Are payphones free in Australia? Wow, that actually. Yes, standard national and mobile calls from all Telstra payphones are free of charge as of August 2021. They don't accept coins for domestic calls.
Oh, there you go.
They do free SMS. Payphones. Okay, wait. Let's see if Canada does this because this is ridiculous. No, they're not free in Canada. Boo.
Oh, well.
50 cents? Who has 50 cents? Okay. Anyway, good to say. Shout out Telstra. Holding you
Let's
down.
go.
Look at that. Doesn't matter where you are. Give them a
They
tickle, but
tax
you got
our
to
beer
remember.
very heavily, but we get free national calls.
Makes
From
sense.
payphones.
It's all about balance.
But you need a wet wipe to like some sanitization to
Yeah, we sanitizing.
to touch them. Oh gosh. So when you did the beer fest in St Kilda, I heard about that. Yes, someone did tell me it was when I was in
That's
town.
fun.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So you boys, you guys went down yourselves and
Yeah, that's our first one we've ever done. Like, we took our tent down there, and we have pale, draft, oat cream, and
Hazy
pale. Is it?
Hazy Pale and then Hazy IPA cans.
That's right. Yeah. And
Okay.
we flew. That was awesome.
and it
It's
killed
awesome.
it. Was it who were the other vendors, like other craft breweries, or were they
Yeah,
some of
he's
the
some
big
craft
breweries,
beers. Yeah. The
All
big
craft
boys there, like Mountain Culture, and who else was there?
but not like macro big boys?
Stomping around, man.
Nah, probably not. No, not too many. No macros. No.
Okay,
big
good.
dogs.
Like all craft, but
No.
some of the bigger
Yeah.
craft ones.
Yeah.
The bigger craft, yeah.
And the
That was a
reception,
couple of like that.
yeah.
And a
It's
couple of
good.
distilleries.
Yeah,
It's good.
Silly
Distilleries?
cideries
Okay.
and that. Yeah, so it was cool.
And people in St Kilda, like, did you guys connect with? Because I can imagine then if it's in St Kilda, you're attracting people, or the beer festival's attracting people from all over. How was that? Like people who were unfamiliar with the brand were like, "Oh, what's up with you guys?" Like, did you get a lot of that? Like,
Yeah, we still get a lot of that. Like we do
Yeah.
a local market as well.
Yeah.
every quarter.
Okay.
And we still get people going, "Oh, where are you guys?"
I'm like,
the
Berry Brewery.
and it's literally like 5 minutes from here.
And some of them have been some of our best customers since.
Yeah, true. Once they get
Then they've come in.
Yeah.
How have I not known about this?
crazy.
they're probably in like, and look, that's part of the game, I guess, right? It's word of mouth. It's kind of brick by brick. And
Yeah, that's it. And and it keeps going. It's awesome.
did the St Kilda one give you guys access to maybe, because like obviously you do the local market, you're getting the local folks,
Yeah.
and I know you've both said that the primary focus is local, right? And I think that's amazing, and I think that's arguably the future of craft beer is going to be hyper local. No matter where you are in the world, it's sort of like there's going to be the neighborhood brewery, brew pub, kitchen that sort of services the area. That's cool to have the distribution as well, because I think that's like good marketing. But like the ones that are like the larger ones where you there's going to be few and further between, arguably, from what I'm seeing, both in Australia, Canada, America, kind of the same. When you guys were in St Kilda, did you feel that there was that maybe exposing you, because there might have been other breweries who didn't who weren't
Yeah,
put on
we actually,
with
yeah,
you guys?
yeah, we've done gads and that before, and it definitely opened up the conversation of like, oh, where are you guys and what do you offer? Like, we had a bit of signage there that showcased the food as well. We didn't have the food there, but we sort of showcased what the venue is, and people, we ideally they come out to the venue and check it out.
Right.
And we're pretty lucky. Like we are on the train line. Like the train station's a 500-meter walk, so like people can come from the city. We've had people come from the city before, which is pretty cool. So
Sick.
yeah, but it's definitely a market there, and people were interested in, especially like they're loving the beers too. So they're like, they want to come out and try the food. So it's awesome.
That's great. I feel like that's probably one of the other things is it important to you guys to sort of be amongst it with the other breweries in the city? Or when I say the city, I mean just the area, Melbourne, generally speaking. Like, is that like helpful to sort of start to know folks for whether it's for collab purposes?
Yeah, I definitely think it is, and you do get to know folks. Like we've got a lot of friends in the brewing game now.
Okay,
It's
good.
such a cool industry like that.
Getting pointers and tips
Yeah.
off each other.
Everyone's super nice, and we've had a heap of help along the way, which has been really well received. And it's a cool industry like that. Like I didn't know what it was going to be like when we started out, but everyone reached out, everyone was setting up, and so many people helped us out. So it was pretty cool.
That's cool, man. I've noticed that in Australia, from the small amounts of compared to here that I've dealt with, everyone's just been cool as shit. In the States here, everyone is just cool as shit. I feel like this beer attracts a very interesting type of person that are just, I don't know, everyone's just cool. Like it's few of, I can probably count the people who aren't so cool on one hand, and even then I'd really have to think about who it is, because even off the top of my head, I can't even think of one person that isn't a brewery owner or brewer or whatever that's not cool. I just feel like everyone's sort of, it's a chill industry. I don't know, if you're making beer, we're drinking, dude. Like,
well, it's pretty sweet. Like, you get to make some pretty cool shit. You get to, have with some pretty great food. It's
and the food is a whole extra element to it. It's just such a
cool... lunchtimes at the brewery is great.
It's a good time.
Yeah, you guys do a stuffed meal thing?
Oh yeah. Do a sit down like family lunch with everyone together.
I like that.
That's good. And then at the end of shifts and that, like weekends, busy nights and that, we'll cook up pizzas and just all debrief. Whoever wants to stay can stay, have a couple of beers.
Fuck yeah. You guys are sick. I want to work there.
Mate, come down.
Come do a shift.
That's where it's at.
Yeah, come do a shift, make some pizzas, make some fucking kingfish, pour some Hazy Pale. Let's go.
Do it all.
I live at Mum's. Let's go. I got a passport. I'm good. That's sick. I remember even when we were because when we came in, Lachie, you had to dip. So we were ordering with the go. We didn't talk about the menu. You guys want food? I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, we want food. And I was looking at the menu, and then we're just looking through, and I was like, steak tartare. I'm like, potato cakes. I'm like, I asked the bartender, and she was like, oh, I get it. Every time I get my staff meal, I get it. It's the best. I'm like, get that, please. Like, they were gassed, they were excited, and the look on their faces when they were excited about, I'm like, how's the chicken ribs? The chicken ribs are fucking, I'm like, say less. Like, it was cool, like telling you guys, like, after the fact, because you weren't there, like, they were excited about the menu, and you could tell. I could tell they weren't just like saying it, and they were right. And we came back after to get the next beer. I'm like, thank you. You did, thank you. Like, it's cool to have that, like, I guess, that the staff that are really bought into what you guys are doing, and
I think that definitely rubs off on the clientele coming through. That
absolutely,
adds to that atmosphere and experience of just coming through 806,
and it's like they have a fun time. They make it their own and put their own little spin on things, and with do their own things as well. It's pretty cool. Right. And then they really buy into it, and they love it too, just as much as we do. And it's really, really important to us having them love it. That they're happy, the customer's happy. I think that's a really important thing for us.
That's the move. I love that. I meant to ask you guys earlier, the way that the tap room is set up is essentially like the German style beer hall tables.
Yeah.
For the most part, where they're long and enough seats in each one.
Yeah.
Like, what was the thinking behind that as far as I mean, the place is long and kind of thin. So it does
Yeah.
make sense for those type of tables. But that aside, was there any like thinking behind like the sort of like the what do you call it, like group seating or
Yeah, well, we're share tables. We've got like a
share
few,
tables? Yeah.
few big share tables. I think
Yeah, like that communal table.
and I like
Communal, that's the word. Thank you, Zach.
Yeah, we've got high tables as well. Like most of the breweries high tops. We've got a few low tops just for accessibility issues. So we just need something for a few low tops for everyone.
Of course.
But I always love sitting at a high top bar. That's how if I was at a venue, I'd go to the high top. And just it just feels good just sitting up there.
Sitting up, you get to have a little look around, look at the whole brew area, look at the bar, look at the kitchen.
You can stand up, you can sit down. It's just casual but nice.
Right. Was that any inspo from like the German beer halls type of thing, or was it more just?
Yeah, I think it's just
Not
personal
intentional.
preference, really. Yeah, like we
Cool.
Yeah, I think we went to a lot of tap rooms and brew pubs before here, and just really we saw what we liked and what we didn't like at them, and really made it our own. And the fact that we made all the tables ourselves, so that was pretty cool too. So that's the way we go. We can show you.
Oh yeah, John, Zach, please.
Get it out?
Yeah, can you? Fucking shit a brick.
But I got a beer tattooed on it.
Yeah, you might as well. Oh, dude. So
That's good.
Do you want the story? I mean, we talked about it earlier, but like, talk to me. That's fucking dude. It's not every day. Like you know.
That's not every day you lose.
It's a rough day.
It was a rough day. Poor Lachie had to copy. He was at work. Because I'm still working full-time jobs at the same time as building and everything.
So you just made a mistake? Made an error in judgment on the thing, or did the machine get caught or something? Or?
All the tables and all that cladding along our bars and that's all recycled timber out of one roof up in Upper Beacon, so like just another town over.
Gotcha. Yeah, the other town, next town,
town,
not a suburb.
So yeah, we recycled all the timber and we had to thickness it all to the same thickness. So yeah, like I said, 19 years as a chef and knives, all good. Couple of weeks with power tools, not very good.
Not very good.
Just brush. I put a glove on, and I probably shouldn't have been wearing a glove on the machinery.
Because why?
And
you can
it
get
caught
caught.
it. Yeah, sucked
and
me in. Pulled. And it was only taking a few mil off, so the finger went to sawdust, so it couldn't be saved.
Yeah, I mean, look, you're fucking around. I appreciate your jokes. How do you feel about it? Was that like, were you like
full on?
I can imagine it was full on. You lost a finger. Like, were you like?
It's pretty positive though. He's like, oh, it's only a pinkie.
Yeah, it's like I fucking hated it anyway, so it worked out. But like, I literally just took the piss out of it since the start.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's all good. It healed up pretty quick, and was it painful?
Yeah, well, I think just wrapped it in like a garbage bag, and we're painting the brewery there, like
2 days later.
2 days later.
Yeah.
Oh, and you went straight to hospital, and they were just like, yeah, well, you know.
Yep, neaten it up. Away you go.
See you later.
Not a big deal.
No, they were like, this is pretty fucked.
Yeah.
But they told me, they said they don't know, like, even the surgeons, like, we had same machine, like a month or so earlier than me, and he did, like, that whole chunk of the hand was gone, so he just had that left. And it's been known for taking hands. So he's like, I don't know how you've managed that, but that's a really good result.
I was like, feel better?
It did a little bit, but I was like, yeah, but it's still gone. Like, I don't know how that's a good result. But
has it hindered your life in any way?
Nah.
He stopped playing piano.
Yeah, the piano days are over.
Yeah, piano's done. Guitar. Hang on, which is your right hand?
Yeah, it's my right hand.
Your right hand. So if you lefty on guitar, then you're probably all right.
Yeah.
Basketball.
But it's my knife hand.
Yeah, it's your knife hand. So if you're gripping the knife, you just got one little bit left.
Yeah, a little stub that fills up when I'm cutting.
Well, I guess you can't fuck up on that. I guess you can't cut yourself there. Oh, dude, like your attitude is incredible. Good on you, man. I'm sorry that happened. That's insane. Does it feel like you're like, now I've given blood for this place? Like this?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, I've given this place a fucking limb.
Literally, a digit, a phalange has been given to this establishment. It's this or nothing.
It was
Yeah.
crazy, and then it's just been a great thing to tell everyone that comes in. It just gets heaps of laughs. Everyone's like, cut his finger off. I'm
I love
Yeah,
that.
you're like, the
and then,
tat's a good
Lachie
move.
will point at me like, we'll be busy as, and then I know that what they're talking about, so I just hold my hand up, and
Yeah,
then everyone
yeah.
laughs. And back into that pizza
And
oven.
back Oh man, the attitude is phenomenal. Good for you, dude. I think that's the only way to do, because if you sit here and feel sorry for yourself, I guess it's not so positive. And if you're like, if it doesn't fuck up your life, it's like, battle scars, I guess. And
Exactly.
Yeah. I think when I first did it in the shed, I was like, what the fuck? What? I don't deserve this.
yeah, like, what did I do? I should have built a
literally.
business.
What did I do wrong?
Yeah. It was a rough day.
Oh,
Yeah, it's poor
man.
luck. I remember talking to him on the phone. He's like, "Oh fuck!" I'm like, "Yeah, it's gone."
It's gone. That's what my
Like-
first thing was like, could you save it? Could it be? He was like, nah, it's gone.
No, sawdust. Yeah. It'd be a lot of super glue.
A lot of super. It's
Well, I was with Lockie's brother, and his way of helping was to run to the first aid and got some Panadol. But I'm like, Panadol's not going to do fucking anything.
not a lot. You're gonna need some morphine for this, big dog. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's that's insane. Because when Lucky said that you lost a finger, I was like, like the tip. He's like, nah, like the pinky. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, it's like that. Like, no. It's just like it's rather uncommon. Maybe not in the trades with power tools. I imagine maybe it's a little more common.
Yeah.
But
You know what I'm
for a
saying?
chef to lose the pinky on his cutting hand is a bit weird.
It's odd. Yeah.
But it hasn't, like, you're okay to, it doesn't really mess up your skill set.
No,
As
not
such.
really.
Or did
I've
you have
had
to
some
adjust?
busy nights, early days, like busy services, trying to grab things and like not gripping them correctly, just spilling like squeezy bottles, like blowing up in my face, just getting a different grip.
Okay, so you have to get used
But
to
it's
it.
just like in the moment things. I'm like, oh, that's right, because I don't have a finger.
Do you ever get that phantom pain thing?
Early days, yes,
Yeah.
a little bit, but now not really anything.
Because I guess it's like 3.5, 4 years ago.
Yeah, 4 years ago.
It's going back a while now. Before he's going now.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Do you celebrate the anniversary?
Yeah.
Actually, around now.
It
It might actually even be this week.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you should be doing a beer for it.
Hey, I don't mind.
The Pinky Promise.
That's I was gonna say missing Pinky, but I think Pinky Promise is a little more positive.
I don't mind it.
We're about positivity,
Yeah, that's the way you do. I like that. I feel like you could do
Glass
that.
half full.
What kind of beer would it be?
Be a raspberry sour, I think.
something to match the color. Oh man, maybe a boysenberry in there. Jesus, it's intense. It's so intense, man. I love that you guys are taking the piss. It's phenomenal. Good for y'all.
It's got us this far.
It got us this far. Well, we're too close in. Like the tables are finished now. Like we have to open.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Like,
Finger.
Pinky's gone, but like, yeah, it's gonna keep on pushing. So with all of that, to kind of bring everything kind of to a close, like, where do you guys, like, I don't know if we talked about where you want to plan, where you want to take it as far as the other potential. Is there anything else you guys sort of had ever talked about doing or excited about doing? Like, we talked briefly earlier about exports to Asia or Europe or different places like that, or getting the beers throughout Australia, like kind of every state. We got the first New South Wales account recently, like very recent, like last week or something.
Yep.
Is there anything else you guys were trying to do, like sort of as the brewery? Because there's one thing for the beer, but there's also for the brand, and the brand includes the food. And the taproom experience. Is there anything that sort of that you guys were just excited about, or like you're like,
I think we're just when we're getting better at it now, like it's I think definitely the new venue and more wholesale and just sort of build brand awareness around here and then start to push it out and
I think this is definitely our first year running into the year excited for the year.
Yeah.
Okay.
And how we can make it, like just little things or things that we're looking at, how we want to refine and be better ourselves too.
Mm.
Make the venue better and stronger.
Yeah.
It's very exciting, like all the conversations we're having and that.
Mm.
Like previous years, it's just like we're busy. We just got to try keep up.
Yeah. We're
Keeping
actually
up.
starting.
Keeping up.
We can work on the
So
business.
now we're just getting a bit more well oiled in that sense
Gonna
because we've
handle
always
stuff.
worked the business too ourselves together
Right.
with the staff. So yeah.
So now are you guys in any sort of position, and it sounds like not, but to like not step back, but to relax a little bit so that you can be more strategic, or do you still
I
need
feel
to
like
sort of
there's
be...
maybe a little bit more time to be able to
It
be
definitely
strategic
is.
in that.
Definitely is. Yeah, we
More time than what we've ever had before.
definitely.
Right.
So
Because obviously you got sous chef because we met Brie, who was absolutely
Yep.
wonderful. Zach from
She's
the
a
kitchen,
little
like
gem.
absolute fucking gem, like so sweet. On the beer side, there's no assistant brewer or anything like that. Yeah.
no, not really, not yet. Yeah,
Just-
that's probably we
just
need to
that.
work it out first, and then that's probably the next one.
The
Yeah, if
next
I had
one.
to jump in there and brew on that, I don't know how it would go, but
Maybe there'd be two missing pinkies. No.
yeah. If there's some injury you can do in there, I'd manage to do it.
I would too.
But in
Bro.
the kitchen,
That's why.
no worries.
Not the kitchen. I got the knives sharp as fuck. Don't worry. Yeah, no, I feel that. Okay, let's go. Because the strategic thing, I feel like with business is always like the stuff that kind of not goes by the wayside, but like you get bogged down in the day to day. You don't always
Absolutely.
get the opportunity to kind of like look up and be like, all right, because you're so locked into this like physical space, and
Yeah.
there's so much to deal with that you don't always get to sort of like chat to each other and be like, all right, what are we trying to do here? What else can we do to make and so it's cool
Very
that you
true.
guys have gone into 2026 with that attitude. I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely we've always got room to move. Yeah,
That's
critiquing. We're always ironing. Remember?
always ironing. I did
Yeah.
write that down as an episode name. It's gonna be hard to choose. We got a few different ones. Oh, the first one, Zach, we called it literal blood, sweat, and tears. Could be one.
Literally.
That was a finger reference.
Yeah, thanks.
Hey man, always got to hold you down. The other thing we were talking about earlier, just want to bring this back up, was the liberal use of grouse in casual conversations. Like saying, Bree said it to me.
Did
and
she?
When we were there, and we stopped. I was like, "Did you just say grouse?" And she's like, "Yeah, it's fucking grouse." I'm like, "All right." And then Lachie said it earlier, just casually at the very beginning. I think before we even went on air.
Yeah.
I was like, "All right, you guys are just belting out the grouses." It's not. It's almost like when it comes up, I laugh every single time. So I just want to bring back.
So
I feel like
It's funny, isn't it? Because it's
So
something
good.
you wouldn't even think about.
Nah, you just say it.
it's such like
We said it said.
it's like a home and away neighbors 1995 kind of word,
Yeah.
Exactly.
like
It
real
is.
early days shit.
Yeah,
It's-
90s, mid 90s. Nicole Kidman in her phone. Nicole. No, who is it? That's what it is.
No, it's like BF5.
What about fair income? No.
Fair
not
income's
much.
a good one. Fair income's
Yeah.
people would say that they're for real. Like be like, fair income. I would
Yeah.
never say that here. No one would ever have a clue.
Nah. I think that's dropped off a little bit. But back in the day, it was flying.
Fair income was a big one. Was that True Blue?
Yeah.
I like True Blue.
Yeah.
People don't really say that.
Grouse kicks around a bit.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
good.
grouse is good. I like grouse more than like some. What's the other one? Ace. People were saying ace a
Yeah,
little bit back in the
you
day.
can throw that out.
Yeah, it's a bit boring. Ace. I'm like, oh, that's ace. I'm like, no, it's not. It's grouse.
Yeah.
Heaps.
Race.
Or just heaps anything.
Yeah,
Because no one
heaps.
says heaps like that. That's also very, very Aussie.
Yeah.
Heaps grouse, heaps good.
Reckon.
Oh, I bust out the reckon all the time.
Yeah, reckon, aren't we?
Love
Yeah,
the
we
reckon.
reckon.
Oh, the yeah, nah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, check this. We had our 10th anniversary. Oh fuck, check this. We had our 10th anniversary last year. One collab,
Nice.
and then
That's insane.
heaps grouse.
Yeah.
I made sure to do the Aussiest names possible.
You got it. Fly the flag.
We got Whoop Whoop. We got Yowie. We got
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Bloody Ripper.
that's sick.
We got Bin Chicken.
Yeah.
The bin
Bean chicken.
Yeah. We got Lamo. We got a bunch. I tried to Aussie it up as much as possible.
Oh, good
let
on you,
people
mate.
know. You know,
That's good.
I try to be as patriotic as I'm able to be.
Hey,
All
we
things
love it.
considered, you know, like C words over here, appreciate it.
Yeah, that's it, mate.
You
Sit
know?
in the right context. We love it.
You like that? That's it. Got to teach them. Got to teach them right. With all that, boys, this has been awesome.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
Such a pleasure. I feel like everything you guys are doing very much needs to be talked about, and people need to come through. And I hope that people who watch or listen to this and share it with anyone else who's going to Melbourne or is in Melbourne and hadn't been aware of what you guys are doing at 3806, and just get down there, try the beers, try the food, and experience it. It's over and above. It's exceptional, and it's the thing that you wouldn't expect in a place like Berwick, in a town like Berwick. I'm sorry, just want to respect the town, not the suburb. It's a
okay. Yeah, thank you, mate. I appreciate it.
town.
Yeah.
So, you know.
No,
So,
we appreciate you just acknowledging what we're doing.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Amazing.
No, you guys are sick,
grouse.
man. It's heaps grouse. I hope. It's just so fucking grouse. I think it's like my duty as an Aussie in Canada who's been here so long, and then I go back and discover a new spot like you guys, and you guys were so welcoming and so like down to do this and to chat is amazing. It worked out perfect, and I'm glad I got to see it beforehand and meet all you guys and see the space. And yeah, man, I couldn't speak more highly about what it is you guys do. So I appreciate you both immensely for taking, literally giving up part of your body for this business, and delivering something to the area that's it's not, because if I'm going to come to Melbourne, I'm basically going to be in that area to see the old Mother Dearest. So it's pretty sick to know that there's going to be a fire brewery with incredible food and a dope cafe across the street as well. So there's all the things that I care about, in the same thing. So it's
look forward to having you.
You're always welcome, man.
Excited to see you guys in June. I'll tell you off air when we're getting down. So boys, where can everybody find 3806 in real life and online?
Yeah, so Berwick 3806. If you want to hit us up on Instagram, it's at 3806.beer. That's also our website, so 3806.beer. Facebook 3806 Brewing. So yeah, we're everywhere. So just jump on the socials, come and say good day, and we'll go from there.
Beautiful. And people want to find the beer, they can obviously get it at the brewery, and then definitely a lot of bottlers throughout Melbourne.
And online,
yeah.
And online as well. You can order it anywhere in Australia. So if you're in
anywhere in Australia,
if you're in fucking Coopapedy, if you're in Margaret River, I'm trying to think of the place. If you're in Alice Springs,
you can order it. Just I'll send it to you. Don't worry.
Don't worry about it. You're good. Ask for the potato. Can you chuck in some potato cakes and some steak tartare in there real quick?
Mate.
Oh, we can make anything happen.
Yeah, a little Ziploc bag, a little bit of ice, she'll go good.
Yeah.
Boys, appreciate you immensely. Stick around. We'll finish up off air. But folks, thank you so much for watching and listening. If you enjoyed the episode, smash a thumbs up, hit subscribe below, hit that notification bell so you know when the new drops. Follow us everywhere at BAOS Podcast, and check out the long form audio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Give us 5 stars. Not for me, goddammit, but for Uncle Zach, for Zach's Pinkie, for Uncle Lucky, for 3806, for Berwick, goddammit. And we'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers.